buzzing about this football match for so many reasons why. I'm excited about it. I want your thoughts. I want your feelings. We're going to open the Sky Plans really soon. But what a big game of football it is. What a big game. What a big afternoon we're in for. Some shocking team news as well. I mean, the Man United team has been leaked. I'm really intrigued to see whether or not this information is real. Very excited about that indeed. As I've mentioned, we're going to take calls. We're going to take, grab your opinions on things. This is what we want to be here and what we want to be doing. Before we go any further, please hit that like button, like right now. Smash it. Boom, 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 boom. And we're doing a big competition. We're doing a really big competition over the course of the next few weeks where we are going to be giving away a PS5 to one lucky winner. The first thing you need to do to be involved for this competition is sign up to our mailing list and our newsletter. You can do that with the link for that. To do that is in the description below. So make sure you go and do that right about now, please. Go and do that right now for us. Over 350 people tuning in so early on today. So go and get that done. We'll have the official team news for you in about 10 minutes time. It's about 10 minutes. We'll be able to bring that to you, let you know what's going on. I know a few people are asking how you sign up for the newsletter. So what I'll do, it's in the description below, but I'll post it in the comments section as well for you. There it is. There it is. Terry, did you buy a PS5? Well, yes, the Football Terrace has a PS5 and it's going to give a PS5 away. We're going to be giving away a brand new Rode mic, the one you can see here, condenser mic, webcams for people that do their streaming. We're going to be giving away some football shirts. We're going to be giving away some football boots. Lots of competitions on the way for you in the coming weeks and months. Of course, a weekly newsletter, a website on the way. But make sure you go and sign up right now. It's completely free of charge to be on our mailing list. What we're trying to counteract against is the fact that most of you don't get notifications anymore when we go live. So we want to make that a little bit easier for you, etc., etc., etc. So we need you to go and get that done. Over 267 people have signed up in the last half an hour, which is just amazing. Cannot even express how amazing that is. So a massive thank you to all of you that have gone and done that. Do I own a PS5? No, not personally. I'm not really, I don't have the time to game, but I know a lot of you do. There we go. In terms of the leaked team news that we were speaking about earlier, I'll go through it with you. I tweeted about it a couple of hours ago. It's essentially Man United starting with the same team that started against Newcastle last week, which to me, when I say it's a shock, the reason that's a bit of a shock for me is because I feel like, how do I say this now? I feel like, although they did brilliantly against Newcastle and deserve credit for that, I also feel like we are in a position where we're playing a much better team this week. There was a great opportunity for Terrace to start a game. I thought it would be tremendous the other night. I think Van der Beek coming in for either Mata or Dan James would be important. We're going to wait to see what the bench looks like as well. That's always imperative here. Paul Pogba, does he deserve to come back into the starting lineup after an excellent performance when he came on against Paris Saint-Germain? Lots of questions being put out there. If the team selection is true, then we're playing 4-2-3-1, which most people anticipated we would go back to. But how shocking do you think it is? Do you think it's a good move by Ollie to make no changes from the Newcastle game? 3 games running, Fred and McTominay starting together in the middle. I'm so intrigued. I can't even lie to you. I'm so intrigued for so many reasons about this game, the lineups of both sides. You know, the situation of both teams. Like genuinely, for me, it's just everything about this game is just amazing. Like Man United and Chelsea find themselves in such similar positions. Fans questioning the manager. There's so many kind of, we said last week about the Merseyside derby. This is the same type of thing. This game has got the same type of, I want to say it's in the right way. Everything going on around the game for both clubs is just so big and interesting. You know, I feel like there's going to be a lot of Chelsea fans that could be fuming at the end of this game, the same as there could be a lot of Manchester United fans who are fuming at the end of this game. And it's really hard to know who's going to come out on top. And I mean that genuinely. It's such an interesting one. I want your views as ever. I want your opinions as ever. Score predictions as ever. You can get your super chats in now as well. Members here. Shane says, Terry, I tried to do it, but it said my email address is not valid. It's been my email address for over 8 years. Then just do your cell phone number. That'll be fine because we're sending text messages and emails out as well. It's weird it didn't say your email was done. Devante here says, I'm happy about the newsletter because I never get live notifications anymore. I hear that, bro. Nobody does. That's why we're doing it. You know, we spoke directly to YouTube and they said, they said that they've got a protocol, which means they, on average, with a subscribership our size, they basically said maybe one in kind of once or twice a week, people might receive an update. That's it. And for me, that's like legitimately crazy. It's legitimately crazy to think that they're only going to put out 1, maybe 2 notifications to each subscriber per week. So we've got to build our own list where we can let you know when we're going live, send you weekly updates, schedules, etc., to try and motor things forward like that. It's so important to us because we're not able to notify you all and be in contact with you as much as we would like to. Of course, hitting like buttons and share buttons is important as well. Thank you very much there to Shawari Ahmed for the donation via Super Chat. No comment on there, but thank you very much. We really do appreciate that. Mustafa thinks it's going to be 3-1 to Manchester United today. I don't know. I don't even want to do score predictions. I'm so nervous about today's game. I legitimately don't want to do score predictions because I just actually have no idea. What color should we change this to? Should we go blue or should we go red? What should we go with? Should we go red? It's not really the red I want. So we get like a darker red. That's more pink than red. Where's red? Is there like a dark red? Oh, I think I saw it there. Not really. We'll stick with purple, eh? Oh, no, I like that there. It's for a dark purple. There we go, dark purple. We'll stick with that. There we go. I'm confident United can get a win, as I've said before, but I'm not deluding myself. I also know that it's highly likely that both teams could get a slap today. I'm so serious that both teams could get slapped. Both teams could get brocked today, rocks on their jaw, knocked out cold. No doubt about that at all in my mind. Comment here says, Terry, I'm going for 5-2 to Man United. That's such a big prediction, man. 5-2. I can't endorse that. But fair play to you for being confident on that. Team news in a matter of minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Get your super chats in now, please. Big game today. Oh, wow. Another super chat from Shawawi here who says it's going to be 3-1 to Chelsea VAR United. Oh, I say, so it's 3-1 to Chelsea and they're going to beat VAR United 3-1. That's a big result for Chelsea if it's indeed comes true. DJ here says, you said shocking team news, Terry. What do you know? Well, as I said with the shocking team, I find it staggering, genuinely staggering if we pick the same team that beat Newcastle. And I normally advocate keeping a winning team together. But you can't compare Chelsea and Newcastle as collective outfits. We have Alex Telles, we have Van der Beek, we have Paul Pogba, we have Mason Greenwood that are available. Mason Greenwood maybe not. I think we need to start the day with better players on the field. I think starting with the team that beat Newcastle may be a little too weak. I don't know how we're going to win the mid... Like Fred and McTominay, I mean, we're obviously going to try and play counter-attack football, which I'm fine with. And Fred and McTominay are great. I just want a little bit more... I suppose what I'm looking for is a bit more class out on the field of play in the middle. And I'm fearful that we're not going to get that with the players that we have picked. However, I have been wrong before. And I could be wrong here. So, you know, as I've always said, I like your views. I like your opinions on these matters more than anything else. The Believing Gooner, another one of our members, says, if United defend the way they did against Paris Saint-Germain, they will beat Chelsea. Stephen N thinks it's going to be 2-0 to Manchester United. I hope you're right, sir. I mean, I'd take a scrappy 1-0 to Man United. I'm not overly fussed about the size of the victory. I just want to win. More than anything else, I just want to win. I really do. Just want to win well, win good. I really do. Thank you to everyone that signed up since we've been live to our mailing list and brand new newsletter that's going to be coming out. I'm going to share that link for you again in a few moments to get that done, but it is inside our description below. So just go in there now, take 2 minutes of your time, get yourself signed up. That way you never miss another live stream. Enter our competitions. Website being announced very, very soon as well. I've got sent through some clips today of how the design's looking. The website's going to be amazing. When it does open, we're going to be reaching out to you all that want to write, that want to blog. We're going to have we're going to have news pages, transfer pages, fan blogs. It's going to be a big thing for us, for yourselves to promote your work, get your opinion out there. We're going to have video holding pages as well. It's going to be a massive extension to the Football Terrace community, and we're so excited about it. But to make sure you stay up to date with that, get yourself signed up now. Click on the link. It's really good, the link as well. You can give us your name, all your details, and then which teams you really want to focus on. But that's great for us to know as well which teams, because we can center our work around it. If we get 70% want Chelsea news, then we know what to focus our work around. Do you get where I'm coming from? So we really want your feedback and help on that. David here, one of my members, David Hersey, says, hello, Terry. I am a Chelsea fan. Listen, I respect all my members. I love all my members. But for me, today, you're not my friend. You're not my friend today. Today, you are not my friend at all. News here relating to Chelsea. Wow, it's the news that all Chelsea fans have been waiting for. No, absolutely no Mason Mount today. The Chelsea team is so interesting. Mendy in goal. And then it looks like a 3 centre-backs and wing-backs. So Aspi, Thiago Silva, Zuma as the centre-backs. Full-backs of Dan James and Ben Chilwell. Double pivot, Jorginho, Kante. And then Pulisic, Werner, Kai Havertz. That looks like Pulisic and Werner playing a split forwards with Kai Havertz behind them. The bench, Mount, Ziyech, Giroud, Tammy, Kovacic, Rudiger. We have just seen the first game where you're starting to get this new look Chelsea team fit, and Mason Mount has been dropped. We all told you this would happen. He has been dropped today. No Mason Mount in the team. Chelsea fans, I want your reaction to this right now. No Mason Mount. You're not playing the 4-2-3-1 with the natural wingers. You're going to use your fullbacks for width, split forwards of Pulisic and Werner. That is your team news. Manchester United's team, we're going to get it all up on the screen for you in a few moments. Just as we told you, it is the same team that started against Newcastle United. The same team that started against Newcastle United. On the bench today, though, Cavani is there. Cavani on the bench today. Tuanzebe. Greenwood back on the bench. Interestingly, though, no Alex Telles. Alex Telles not in the Manchester United team today at all. No Alex Telles. Interesting starting lineup today. Interesting starting lineup indeed. It truly, truly is. I just need to go and quote tweet this here. Team news was spot on. No Alex Telles in the squad. That's according to who scored anyway. In case I've not read it. No Alex Telles in the squad though. That's big news. Oh, is he injured? Okay, he's picked up an injury. There we go. I don't know that. I haven't read the news on that as it stands right now. But wow, Man United's team here. Unchanged from Newcastle. Yeah, I'm a bit gutted there's no Telles today. If he is injured, then fair enough, but he's not in the team. Tuanzebe, Greenwood, Matic, Van der Beek, Pogba, Cavani on the bench. Let me say that out loud again. Cavani on the bench. Igalo not in the matchday squad. What is your reaction to that, ladies and gentlemen? Tally Ho Tech here with the super chat says, have you been milked for the match day. Love you. Okay. No, nobody has milked me in a while. So, yeah, thank you very much for that, that comment. There we go. Hi to Football HD. Hello to Original Base Annie. Hello to Luke, another one of our members. You can also become an official Football Terrace member. We lost 3 or 4 members today, which was a bit sad. For as little as 99p, you can become a Football Terrace member as well. And that's another reason why we want to sign this newsletter up as well, because we've got hundreds of members and we can't even, this is how bad YouTube have become. We can't even reach out directly to our members. Like, we can't guarantee a message lands at your feet. That's why we need you to go into the description now and sign up to our newsletter and our mail list so we can stay in contact with each and every single one of you. We really need your support in terms of doing that. Yes, we do. We're going to open the Skype lines now because I want your reaction. I want your live reaction to this team news right about now. So Terry is literally my favorite person on the internet. Thank you. I appreciate the compliment. You're one of my favorite viewers. I appreciate that. Let's do some more comments here. Andrew here says, I hope this is a 3-4-3. So hopefully Havertz doesn't play wide. I would assume it's a 3-4-3. If it isn't, if Chelsea's formation isn't a 3-4-3, how else do you think you would line up? I mean, I can't see it being anything other than that. If you get where I'm coming from, I can't see it myself. I'm just going to update the screen here and get rid of the Paris Saint-Germain stuff and get today's team news up so you can see it here. That's the team news as it stands. Chelsea's lineup does look like it's going to be 3 at the back, as an example. Dan James, thank you for becoming an Academy member of the Football Terrace. A massive thank you. Wouldn't it be amazing if during this live stream, for as little as 99p a month, we could sign up 10, 20, 30 new members as well, and people signing up to the newsletter? That'd be great. We've got Z on the line. Z, what do you make of Man United's team news this afternoon?
I'm not impressed. I'm trusting Ollie, but I'm not impressed, to be honest. I'm looking at it. I don't think Dan James should be starting, but I'm thinking the tactics is to use Dan James to kind of spread the defense a bit. But Dan James against Reece James, I think Reece James is pocketing him. I don't know. Just got to trust Ollie. Like, yeah, this worked against Newcastle, but Chelsea aren't Newcastle. I would have liked to see a few Van der Beek in there or Pogba where Dan James is playing. But like I said, we've got game changers. Good to see Cavani on the bench as well. So I'm trying to keep my hopes up.
Yeah, I'm a bit like you. I don't want to be overtly negative because it's a big game. You want to get behind your team. I'm a bit like you, bruv. I just kind of feel like, I don't know. I want to make sure. I want to even say it in the right way. I just feel a little bit underwhelmed when you. Again, some people are saying Alex Telles might have picked up an injury. So okay, cool. If he's picked up an injury, I understand that. But no Alex Telles in the matchday squad. I get Cavani being on the bench. That's not too much of a bother for me. This Dan James, Juan Mata, Fred McTominay, all 4 of them together against Chelsea. Just the overall quality. Does that make sense?
Juan Mata, for me, personally, has been our player of the season. Overall, I think he's had every game he's played, he's been the best performer. I think a lot of people don't speak highly about him, but if you look at every single game he's played, he's been the best player across all of those performances in every match he's played. And a lot of people wouldn't say that, but because it's Mata, and everyone says his legs are gone and everything.
Yeah.
But his footballing IQ is amazing. I don't think there's many players in our squad that's got a footballing IQ like Mata.
And do you know what, mate?
I
totally get that. And I've got no direct issue or even indirect issue with Juan Mata being in the lineup. I thought his performance against Newcastle almost warrants it. I suppose my concern is it's him with McTominay, Fred, Dan James, Luke Shaw from an attacking point of view going forward. I just look at our bench and I honestly, if our bench played our first team, the bench might win.
Of
Do
course.
you get where I'm coming from? So that's my only
Yeah.
concern. But listen, I felt like that this last weekend, and we went out against Newcastle. Yes, we conceded early, but then we went on and we absolutely killed it. We were excellent. We were brilliant. So maybe, just maybe, in terms of Chelsea's lineup, they've gone for three at the back. They've kind of changed their formation for Manchester United today. Three at the back, four in midfield, and then this kind of three-pronged attack. Who scored has it as almost 2 10s with Pulisic and Havertz.
That's it's worrying. The reason why it's worrying that Wan Saka's going to have a task on his hand, because you can't expect Mata to track back. You're not going to get Mata tracking back. So Dan James has definitely got a task on his hand with Pulisic and Chilwell coming down that flank. And to be honest, there's going to be a lot of double up and going on them. Chilwell doing a lot of overlapping. I can see what Lampard's actually gone for in this squad. And to be honest, we got a lot of fire on the bench, and I'm hoping Ollie's gone with this to rest people for midweek. But like I said, this is a tricky one, because
Yeah.
there's a lot of goals in this team, and to be honest, I can see they've gone for unusual formation, and Mount's been dropped. Like that is shock. If this goes bad, Ollie's in for it, because they'll literally be saying Lampard dropped
Yeah.
Mount.
I
He
mean,
brought him
mate,
Maguire.
you are right in that. Like, for me, today, I don't think it matters what happens today. One of these two managers tonight is getting obliterated in the phone-in show. Do you get where I'm coming?
Yeah.
One of these two managers is going to be ripped limb from limb, in my opinion. I truly believe that one of them's in for it. I don't know which one, but one of them is getting it tonight. I can just feel it already.
I think Tuan Zabi as well. I don't get how you put in a performance like that. That's the only one I'll question. I don't get how you put in a performance like that and not start.
Well, Ollie has addressed that. Ollie has told everybody, and people can take this whichever way they want, but Ollie has told them that he's been reported into him from the sort of doctors and sports scientists that he's tired, like he's nearing or in the red zone, which means 90 minutes is out of the question. He would be at high risk of another muscular injury. And this is where Man United fans do need to be sensible. And that's in the sense of, we've complained and moaned. So last year, when Rashford got injured, and the reports came out that Ollie was playing Rashford with an injury, and it's led to the injury sort of escalating and becoming worse. They all said, don't take risks with players' health, because they don't like Ollie. Terrible. So if that's your logic, then you should support Ollie's decision to not play Tuanzebe today, because he's at risk of an injury. So that's the only area where I want Man United fans to hold an element of consistency and say, actually, Ollie's right to not risk the players' medium to long-term health. That's actually the one decision that makes more sense. Cavani being on the bench makes sense, because it was only 4 days ago that he said he wasn't ready to play against Paris Saint-Germain. Again, there's no point rushing Cavani. Imagine this. Imagine Ollie does this. Imagine Ollie says to Cavani, I don't care if you're not physically ready. You're starting against PSG. You're starting against Chelsea. And then he snaps a hamstring and he's out for 4 months. Ollie would be crucified for doing that. So I just feel like that there's some elements there. Someone says, Terry, you can't justify James starting. I'm not justifying James starting. I would have played... I've not said that at all. I haven't mentioned Dan James starting. I would have preferred Alex Telles to have started in an attacking position on that left-hand side over Dan James. I would have preferred Greenwood to have started as the main striker and Rashford moved out to the left-hand side. That isn't what I'm saying at all.
The funny thing is, I'm backing Rashford to the number 9 position. To be honest, I think he hasn't had a chance to actually play in the number 9 position. Had like a string of games there, and people forget when he first came into it. He came into the squad that he was playing in the number 9 position. That's when he was scoring a majority of his goals were under Van Gaal, and that's when Martial originally got moved to the left. So it's good to see Rashford there, and hopefully he can keep up the momentum. It's a good midfield battle. Fred and McTominay got a job on their hands again. It's gonna be a tough one. Maguire, I'm hoping you can have a great game, because you need it. because this is another one where the telescope's on him, everyone's watching him. He's on cam watch right now. He's on fan watch. So hoping he can have another good game. It's going to be a good game, regardless of the result. Hopefully it goes to United, but regardless of the result, it's going to be a good game. It's going to be an entertaining game. It's a big game for both managers because both managers are under the scope. So
yeah.
Let's just hope for the best.
I hear that completely. Z, thank you for coming on, bro. As ever, really appreciate the call. Thank you very much. And he's right. Both managers are under the scrutiny. I see both Chelsea and United fans nervous. You know, Chelsea fans though have almost no excuse because every element of their starting lineup today is what they want. No Mount. Pulisic starting in a more natural position, if you get where I'm coming from. They've got pretty much everything they would ask for. Maybe Kovacic in over Jorginho, but they've got their big question, you know, and everyone in our preview show said it. This is all about their manager picking the right team and doing you know, basically don't pick Mason Mount is what they were all saying. We've got Steve James who's called in here. Steve James, what do you want to say, mate?
Hi, man. How are you?
Yes, so I keep thinking it's safe. What you saying, bro? Go on, speak up.
Well, we're gonna win 6-1 today.
Oh, shut up, you tart. What you...
seriously, we're gonna outplay Chelsea because the way we're performing, we're gonna beat Chelsea 6-1. Rashford 2 goals, Cavani 2 goals, and Bruno 1 goal and Van der Beek 1 goal. Because the way we're playing is excellent. Believe me, trust me. And if I'm wrong, then the next time I call on Skype, then come and have a go at me.
6-1.
6-1 to Manchester United, yes. You're speechless, aren't you?
I am completely speechless. I have no idea where you have plucked that from.
We're going to win the league, and you keep not believing in me. Trust the process. And you just don't believe me. I'm telling you, trust the process. We would win the Premier League. And we would win the Champions League. But I don't know why you don't believe me.
Bruv, what did you have for breakfast today, my friend?
Me? I had pizza, 3 sauce, and 2 glasses of Pepsi.
You had pizza, Doritos, and Pepsi for breakfast?
Yes. At 1 o'clock, yes.
That explains a lot, bruv. That explains a lot. Pizza for breakfast. Was it cold or warm pizza?
No, it's heated pizza from the oven. I heat it up.
See, cold pizza for breakfast is kind of cool. But, bro, listen, 6-1 to Man United. This man thinks I am speechless. Thank you, Safe. Blue_FT216, one of our regular viewers and contributors with a big super chat here of $9.99. Thank you. Says, hearing already some complaints from a few sets of our fans on the lineup. Fellas, for once in your lives, open your mind and see the reality. That's the best lineup we could have asked for. I agree. I think Chelsea, this is the best lineup. It's all on paper that Chelsea have put out all season. There's no doubt about that at all in my mind. We've got Adil on the line now. Adil, welcome to the Football Terrace. What are you saying?
I'm actually laughing at the last caller. Terry, I think this is a very bad team.
Explain why.
I mean, a lot of people are saying, oh, James is really good for the shape, I think. But yeah, he's good for shape against Newcastle, not against Chelsea.
Why can't he do it against Chelsea?
Because it's a bigger team.
But why, though? Expand on that for me, please.
Expand? Okay. I mean, I like James, but not for big teams. I mean, I would probably have him for FA Cup or the League Cup. I mean, he can't match James Reece. He's playing against James Reece, right?
Reece James.
He can't. He's too good for Chelsea. And James, why would James be in the lineup? And of course, Mata had a very nice game. Okay, I'm actually not very happy with this lineup. This is a lineup my grandma would have for porridge. I mean, what is it? To be honest, I mean, why Mata is playing on the right? He had a good game.
Yeah, I wouldn't be overly concerned with Mata's starting position because of the fact he'll drift in central, he'll drift across that whole front line as we saw. There'll be a lot of fluidity in how we play. How confident are you of beating Chelsea today? You don't sound like we're going to get the result.
I've been always right with my prediction. You know that, Terry, right? I was happy with this team for Newcastle. For this match, you put this team out? Seriously? Where everybody was saying that we probably would have a Rashford for left wing, right? Why is he not on left wing? Why is Cavani not?
I don't know. I mean, I can't answer the question for you. I mean, the Cavani thing makes a little bit of sense. But there we go. Listen, Adil, thank you very much for coming on and having your say. We really appreciate it as ever. Thank you to Lorraine Taylor for upgrading your membership to a first team member program. That's amazing. And Maria Williams says, whatever safe's on, I want some, in her super chat. Next up, we've got Tyrone Mills. Tyrone, welcome back to the Football Terrace. What do you want to say, bro?
Terry, where do I start? First, let me say the lineup. I'm not too bothered about the lineup. The only problem I'm having is Harry Maguire in the back line against Chelsea movement and speed.
Why are you more worried? Why are you more worried about Harry Maguire than Victor Lindelof?
I'm not worried about Victor Lindelof so much because based on the game that he played with Twanzebe against PSG, he helped out a lot in terms of positioning, even though he was not doing much of the tackling in terms of where he was in terms of field position. He aided in basically keeping the shape. So if Twanzebe having to go over and help, he is there in the middle.
So in your opinion, if Maguire would have started in the central role, if Maguire would have started instead of Victor Lindelof in the game against Paris Saint-Germain, you don't think we'd have been as good? That's what I'm hearing.
No, we wouldn't have been as good based on the speed that Mbappe have and also the creativity of what's his name?
Neymar.
The Brazilian.
Neymar.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It would have caused a lot of problems for Harry Maguire because based on the opponents he has come up against in the past and how shaky and fibrous he look at the back.
There we go.
Given the caliber of Mbappe and Neymar, it would have caused problems for Harry Maguire.
I hear what you're saying, Tyrone. Thank you for your call. I don't necessarily think that's true. We've got a Chelsea fan. I mean, in terms of, I think Maguire would have done just as good a job as Lindelof the other night. We've got CFC Beast on the show here. You're a Chelsea fan. Give me your reaction, mate, to your lineup.
I don't trust Jorginho next to Kante. I'm not gonna lie to you. I see what Lampard's trying to do. I think everybody was more expecting Terrace to start. I didn't know that he was injured. I think hardly anybody knew that he was injured. But I just think we've gone very defensive today, and I don't know how much is gonna help. Especially Havertz on the right. Last time he played there, it wasn't the best, and he's played better in the middle. I just don't know how it's gonna work today, but.
I mean, are you? What's interesting is when speaking to Chelsea fans, like Chelsea fans seem as worried and concerned as Man United fans do. It's why I've said at the beginning of this video, this is the most intriguing United-Chelsea game in years, where basically both sets of fans think they're going to lose. We can't both be right.
No, we can't.
There we go. Listen, bro, I appreciate you coming on, CFC Beast. Really appreciate your call. Chelsea fans, phone up. Skype lines are open. Search Football Terrace FC. Right, so we're starting a new newsletter. I know a lot of you know that and have signed up to it already. The link to sign up to our newsletter and mailing list is in the description below. One of the biggest reasons for doing this is because we're not able to contact you as subscribers to let you know when we're going live, and that's really detrimental to us as a channel. So it'd be great. It's free of charge to sign up. It's 3 or 4 clicks. Just put your email address in, a few details, select the teams you're interested in content on, and press go, and you become part of that mailing list. When you enter, we're going to be starting a competition very, very soon, which is going to enable you to win a multiple multitude of prizes. Roadcast condenser microphones, webcams, a PS5. We're going to give away football boots, football shirts, and everything else. So take 2 minutes out of your chat now to go into our description, click onto the link to sign up to our newsletter and mailing list. Be amazing. What we'd love to do is hit 1,000 people on that mailing list today. It would be amazing. There's over 1,000 of you watching. Just all go and sign up to that right about now. Be absolutely brilliant. We're only going to message you about things to do with our content and our new website that's coming out, and of course the competitions as well. The competition for the PS5 will be a referral competition. Basically, the person who refers the most new sign-ups is going to win it. It's going to be a lovely and amazing competition to do that. So please go and take 5 minutes to go and do that for us now. Next up on the line, we've got Kyle is with us. Kyle, what you saying, bro? Kyle, you there? Nope. Kyle is not there. Hello, welcome to the Football Terrace. What do you want to say?
Oh, hello. Hello, can you hear me?
Perfect, yeah. What team do you support, bro?
Oh, I'm a Chelsea fan.
You're a Chelsea fan, great. Tell me about your starting lineup. There's been some negativity from it, some positivity towards it. What's your opinion, though, mate?
I think I'm kind of in the middle with this one. I'm not sure if I'm happy about it or I also don't feel bad about it, because I do feel like maybe Lampard might be a bit defensive in this game. I don't think he's going to try and play as open as he usually does against United. Maybe it's because of the experience, or maybe also
I've got a real bad issue with your signal. It keeps cutting in and out. If you try calling back with better signal, that'd be amazing. Another caller here. Welcome to the Football Terrace. Who do you support, buddy?
Chelsea.
Chelsea. Tell me about the starting lineup. You happy with it? Sad, angry, confused, in the middle?
Very happy. I'm very happy with the lineup today.
Why? Tell me why. Tell me why. Why?
We are defending perfectly, so I want a clean sheet against Manchester United. I want a clean sheet to continue, you know?
Absolutely. What's your thoughts on Mason Mount being dropped?
I love Mason Mount. I love Mason Mount so much, but I want him to be dropped for this game, because if we lose, I will go off on Twitter saying that why is Mason Mount dropped? That's my
hang on. Let me. So you are happy Mason Mount's dropped. So if you lose, you can say stop having a go at Mason Mount.
Yes.
That's weird, bruv.
Who is going to shoot outside the box? Who's going to shoot outside the box, Dave?
Mate, that's a very weird way to support your football club, brother.
Okay, let me tell you this. They go off on Mason Mount saying that he's not a good player on the wing. Right?
Yep.
So, who is going to shoot outside the box today? If Manchester decides to block us from the box, who is going to shoot from outside the box? Is Pulisic is going to shoot outside the box? Is Warner going to shoot outside the box? Is Kai Havertz is going to shoot from the outside the box? Tell me, Terry.
Listen, I don't know the answer to that. I mean, Kai Havertz can shoot. Pulisic can have a shot.
No, he never scored from outside the box. Terry.
Okay, that's cool. If that's superior knowledge you have to me, I get that. But it just strikes me as strange that you're happy Mason Mount's dropped, so that if you win, you can have a go at other Chelsea fans. That's just so weird. But listen, bro, I appreciate your call. Blue put in a super chat and then he retracted the message. I don't know what he said there. 2 super chats on the bounce, they retracted their message, and I don't know what they've said. Sorry about that. I would love to read your messages out, but you deleted them, so I can't. But there we go. I wasn't trying to get at that last caller. It's almost like I'm happy Mason Mount's dropped, because if we lose, I can say to Chelsea fans, ha, 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 there you go. That's weird to me, man. We got Zane calling up now. Probably not our Zane, but a different Zane. Zane, who do you support, brother?
Man United.
Give me your thoughts on this Man United team, bruv.
Yeah, it's a bit confusing, to be honest, because of how good performed against PSG. Especially, I think Twanzebe deserved to start, because this it's not as big as the PSG game, so I think he can handle the pressure. So I think Twanzebe for Maguire, to be honest. But to be honest, James is a surprise. It may be a different system, or Van de Beek could have played, to be honest. I don't think he's kind of deserved to have a starting position, just because of his, how he's just been the past how many games.
Yeah.
So I think
I do hear that, Zane. I completely get the Dan James one. It's probably Dan James is making me look at the whole team differently. If Dan James was not starting and Greenwood was, or Cavani was starting and Rashford moved out to Dan James' position, I think I'd be comfortable. I mean, Fred and McTominay deserve it after their last two performances. I understand Tuanzebe because of the lack of game time, and there are reports that Terrace has got a slightly twisted ankle. So those are all reasons that I can understand and get on board with. The Dan James one is the concern for me, but I think what's important for Man United fans is to not overly focus on that, because let's just see how we play and how we do. Chelsea fans are kind of the same as us. There's a lot of Chelsea fans who are like, other than that last caller that's happy with the lineup, because then he can use it as to say, stop having a go at Mason Mount. It's almost like he's hoping that his team loses. It's very strange. But bro, Zane, I appreciate the call. Thank you very, very much, buddy. Some super chats here. We've got D1 that says, what do we type in to call via Skype? Just search Football Terrace FC. That's us. You'll find us, no problems. Blue came back with his super chat. Says, I understand some concern on Havertz playing on the right wing. Unfortunately, Ziyech hasn't had enough game time to gain his fitness, and also with a 4-2-3-1 system with Havertz as CM, it'll take time. I agree, but he's playing as a kind of... Kai Havertz drifts out to the right-hand side. It's a natural thing for him to do. He did it at Leverkusen. Starting with in the 3-4-3, but having him and Pulisic as 10s that drift, it really could work. It's going to cause real problems for our defense. That movement's going to be hard. It's going to really make Fred and McTominay sit back. That's how I see it. But Blue, thank you for your super chat as ever. Everyone who's done super chat so far, a massive thank you. It supports us so much. What also supports us is signing up to our mailing list and newsletter. Go and do that now, people. Hit the like and share button as well. Strip Bear here says, come on the mighty Chelsea. Terry, do you like Man United's lineup? Not all of it, no. I can't sit here and lie and say I'm excited about our lineup. James LFC here, one of our members, says Chelsea fans are strange creatures. Some most certainly are. Let's jump into some more calls here. Hello, welcome to the Football Terrace. What's your name and who do you support?
Hi, Terry. My name is Mohammed. I'm a Chelsea fan.
Lovely. Tell me your reaction to your starting lineup today.
To be honest, I'm quite pleased with that still. I was fearing for the worst because I thought Lampard got the lineup wrong for the past games that we've had. But with this one, I think defensively we should be more solid. Yep. And so I like that Thiago Silva and Zuma and Aspi at the back would give us some give us something solid at the back. So I'm not too mad at that. And I think Mason Mount needs a break as well. So he's been playing him too much. So hopefully we come away with the 3 points. But I am a bit nervous though. I can't lie, because you never know with Chelsea.
Yeah, I mean, you do never know. You do never know. I would, if I was to put my hand on my heart, I'd say your starting lineup is better than Manchester United's. But as you say, you never really quite know until things start motoring on ahead. You really do not. So thank you for your call. Next up, we have Ray on the line. Ray, who do you support? Ray, you're muted, my friend.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Manchester United.
You're a United fan. Give me your reaction to our lineup and how you're feeling ahead of this mammoth tie with Chelsea Football Club.
I don't like that we didn't give Tuanzebe a shot, because I think he deserved that after the Paris Saint-Germain game. I think he deserved that. He's better than Lindelof, right, to me right now, and he should have got that call up to this game. In the midfield, I'm okay with attacking sense. Maybe not so much with Daniel James, but I really wanted to see Tuanzebe in that match, or Van de Beek as well. Those two, I think they deserve a call up for this match.
Yeah, listen, I understand that, but Ollie's already. Thank you very much for your call, mate. I really do appreciate it. I mean, Ollie's already addressed the situation with Tuanzebe. He was told by the medical team that there wasn't the fitness there due to him having been out for 10 months, and starting him would be too much of a risk. You know, if he's needed today, he might be able to come on. But I think that's where I'm going to give Ollie credit, because if Ollie starts Tuanzebe and 10 minutes in, he pulls a hamstring, Everyone's going to blame Ollie for rushing him in. David, you're with us. I'd love to hear your thoughts on Chelsea's lineup.
I'm happy and I'm not happy.
Why? Tell us why, bro.
Basically, I like the formation, especially up against the 4-2-3-1. However, I personally would have preferred Kovacic in there instead of Jorginho. And I hope that he doesn't put Werner up front and play Havertz outright, because that would... I hope he plays Havertz at 10. I hope he plays...
Let me just say, so if you guys did go 4-2-3-1 with this formation instead of 3-4-3...
Oh my, don't, Terry, please.
But what I don't get is who would go where, because you can't...
Yeah.
It can't happen. With the three...
James can't play attacking mid.
Yeah, can you imagine he plays Zuma as holding midfielder or something? No, he wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do that.
Honestly, this is one of those games where I wouldn't have even minded if Mount had started. Honestly, I wouldn't like, genuinely, honestly, I was like, if Mount starts this game, I won't even be too bothered about it.
I can't even lie to you. We added Kaya to the stream as well now. I can't even lie when it comes to this football match. Someone just said something to me. He's going to, oh my God, Ajax are winning 12-0 at 80th minute in the game. 12-0.
No, they're not.
No, they are. They are. Do you know what's happened? They were so dead the other night. Like, they huffed and they puffed, and they were limp. They were impotent. The whole, do you get what I mean? Flaccid, eunuch football they were playing the other night. And it's like they've saved it for the weekend. I know they're obviously playing a team nowhere near Liverpool's quality, but my God, 12. Can you imagine that one of our teams gets beat 12-0 tonight? Kai's with us now, bro. What do you make of your lineup, bro? No Mason Mount. That must be a good thing for you. You hate him.
I was shocked. I was like, I literally shed a shed of joy, like a tear of joy. It's something amazing for me. Then I noticed that we played 3 at the back, and then I went to depression again. So I'm not a fan of this 3 at the back. We always look lost when we play it. I mean, we look lost when we play 4 at the back. So
You're not that bad, Kai. You're not that bad. Come on, that's hyperbolic.
8 points from 5 games is not that good either,
No, but it's when you look at the
work in progress.
Yeah, I know. Look, I'm not trying to overly defend Chelsea because I'd love to stick it to you. But when we go through, and I'm just getting the table up in front of me right now, the table doesn't make any sense. You've got Crystal Palace that are sitting like 5th after 6 games, which is great. You got look at Villa, a prime example. They were looking brilliant until last night. And then suddenly they looked awful, in my opinion, right? Yeah. You've seen Leicester be like what I'd call the 50-50 team, as an example. You guys win tonight, you go on to 11 points. That puts you 3rd in the league, bruv. You win this game, you go 3rd, right? I mean, Man United win this game and we jump up to, not quite 3rd because it was a bad goal difference, we go up to like 8th, but with a game in hand as an example. Like, we're 1 game behind you. Like, it's all crazy right now. None of it makes any sense whatsoever. But Kai, we obviously didn't do previews with you this week because of your situation, but
be like what I'd call the 50-50 team as an example.
Someone's microphone is someone needs to mute their system.
3rd in the league.
I knew that was Cameron. I had a Cameron. I was like, yeah, that's definitely Cameron. How confident you, Kai, about this game? Are you confident about beating United today? Where's your head at, bro?
It's really is confusing to me because I haven't been convinced with Chelsea for the last 15 months, to be honest with you. I think we've been riding our lucks with a lot of games, and I would love. It depends on how our team will turn up today. If our team will turn up today, because I don't think this is the strongest United 11, so I think if we turn up today, we can win. The problem is if we play like the way that we played against Sevilla, when we couldn't get two passes together, then United will give us a lot of troubles because they're going to be much more punishing than Sevilla. That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
Also, Terry, something that no one seems to have noticed: Hudson-Odoi is not even on the bench.
I don't care.
Listen, let me tell you about Hudson-Odoi. Lampard, I've said this, like when I say certain things, people always think I'm being salty. That's their response. Their response is I'm being salty because they don't like hearing the truth. And let me say it again, Chelsea fans. Let me put myself back up in big so you can all see me, so you can see me looking at the camera right into your faces. Waiting for it to load. Frank Lampard does not rate Callum Hudson-Odoi. I don't care how good you think he is. I don't care how good I think he is. I don't care how good Sarri thought he was. I don't care that Bayern Munich have twice tried to buy him. I don't care about any fanzine, any compilation, any goal, any great things, any charity work. I don't care for any of that. The fact of the matter is two things here. One, twice now your club has considered selling him. You know when Bayern came in the summer, it wasn't an outright refusal. It was, what does the deal look like? No, it's not really for us. They looked at the deal, though. Do you get what I'm saying, right? They considered it. Secondly, Lampard don't play in when you're short of players. So what delusional person thinks when we have a full fit squad full of the players that they've just dropped nearly £300 million on, he's then going to get into the team? It makes no sense. You guys dropped Willian for the FA Cup final because his head was already at Arsenal. You had an injury to a wide player in that game, and you still brought Pedro on that was leaving and not Callum Hudson-Odoi. Lampard doesn't rate Hudson. We don't know why, and getting into why is just a minefield of if, buts, maybes, and everything else. But the cold, hard facts are Hudson-Odoi has no future at Chelsea under Frank Lampard. I cannot see it from Mumford Sundays.
Yeah, but Lampard apparently doesn't rate a lot of players. There was one interview with the old U.S. national team coach, and he said he told him that he doesn't think Pulisic knows where he's at the moment. Imagine saying that about Pulisic, you know. So
one thing I say about Frank Lampard, Frank Lampard. No, I do trust Frank Lampard. Frank Lampard is one of the greatest Premier League players there's ever been. So if you name your top 30, like that gives him the right to say who is or isn't good or bad. Now, that doesn't mean you become a good coach and a manager in terms of getting the best out of others. But I certainly think he knows. Do you know, like with a lot of pundits let themselves down when they're on television because they don't know how to articulate what they mean. And sometimes what we do as fans, when they say something we don't like, we rip into the grammar or we rip into the words that are being used. But we all kind of know, but behind it, we're like, oh, I know what he meant really, but I'm going to pretend like I didn't. You know, like when you're having a debate with someone on Twitter and you spell a word wrong and the focus becomes about the word you've spelt wrong rather than the subject matter? That's what we do to these people. And what Lampard has said is right. And when he said that about Pulisic, was it in the first half of last season or the first half? Second or first half?
It was before he came in, before he started playing really well.
Yeah, and then, so Lampard was right then. Like, it's not a bad thing, but for me, I'm just not convinced. I like Hudson-Odoi. If Man United announced tomorrow we're signing him, I'd be excited. I just don't think that the Chelsea, whatever wrong with Chelsea isn't there. But yeah, as you say, what's happened is because Mount's dropped, no one's focusing on Hudson-Odoi. Does that make sense? That's why everyone's like, oh, amazing. Cameron's with us. We're going to go to Man United for a minute. Cameron's here. What's your opinion, Cam, on the United lineup?
Interesting. I mean, I'm done questioning the lineups in the sense like always kind of surprised us all season, and so far it's worked out. Sometimes it hasn't. I don't like the Jane James thing, but I have to believe that's because Cavani's just not fit enough to play yet. I don't know what's going on with Greenwood. I would have if Greenwood was started, I'd be comfortable right now. Like I think that was the one player I wanted to see start today. I don't think Tuanzebe should have played. Like I believe in sports science, and that's how muscle injuries continue, is when you just overwork somebody. You don't get to rest in football, so you can't play somebody back to back like that. So I mean, I think the players he's chosen outside of Dan James are in form, so that makes sense. Like Mata's been great. Scott McTominay and Fred have been great. Like you can't say they haven't played well. So they're in form. So when people are like Donny deserves to play and all these, it's like we have so many games to play this season that I trust the gaffer to be making the right choices for the full season. We saw burnout last year.
Yeah. So. And on top of that, I mean, if Man United win and play well, like, then I'm frustrated, but I'm a bit like you where I'm like, okay, but let's see what happens. You know, 5 minutes in, Dan James puts it through Reece James's legs and bends it into the top corner. We're all going to be celebrating. I think sometimes we get a little too fixed. We all did it last week, the Newcastle game, especially when we were 1-0 down after a minute. It was like, all right, that's it. Game's off. Everyone, I know for a fact, right? YouTubers were getting their titles ready. People had their tweets saved in draft ready to go boom, boom, boom. And then we started playing well and it was like, oh, that's not good. Equally, I think we'd have been better last week without Dan James in the team. I think we could have gone to another level, but who knows? One thing I will say, and hopefully you three will agree with me, and the viewers, of course. Everyone who's watching, please smash that like button, by the way, and please sign up to the newsletter. We're going to be sending you an email tomorrow about the PS5 competition. It's going to be an amazing competition where someone is going to win a brand new PS5, the new FIFA game, 2 control pads, so you can play with a friend when you're actually allowed to sit next to somebody in a room when it becomes legal again. So we're going to do that for you. We're going to have football boots, football shirts, road mics, cameras to give away, all sorts. But you need to sign up to the newsletter right now. It's free of charge. All the information is in the description below. Please do that for us. It also means you're never going to miss any live streams again because we can directly contact you when we're about to go live. I must get 100 DMs and emails a week saying, Terry, I never get notified anymore. This is how we're going to rectify the issue. It's just going to take us some time to build up the database of individuals. But what I want to say to you boys, thank you all. Is it 14-0 to Ajax now? My God, 14-0.
What?
Yeah.
14-0?
13 or 14, people keep saying this in the comments. Madness.
Are you sure it's not basketball? It's not a basketball game.
Sounds like cricket, bruv. Let alone basketball. It sounds like a cricket match. It's anybody's game this afternoon, isn't it? Anyone can win this.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, it will be an interesting game for sure. For the neutrals, it's a really good game, man.
Yeah, I'm just...
For me, it's a mini heart attack waiting to happen, man. But, you know.
Angry Kai is back.
What's up, Kai?
Not on stream due to issues, but, you know, to my own personal self, yeah.
If Ollie gets one over Frank today, then I'm sticking by, like, Ollie just has Frank's number.
If he doesn't, Rance is waiting in the background, man. I can see Rance like behind this TV, just waiting to the Ollie Out podcast, you know, waiting to come out.
I think what YouTubers do is they set up 2 different streams and keep them private. One's like we're trash, Ollie out. The others like they're Ollie outers. It'll be Ollie hangs on. They set up, and as soon as the result ends, they just put one of them like public, and then they go with that, and then they delete the other one. That's how they'll set these things up. They're ready to go with both titles, and then see what. Do you get where I'm coming from? I honestly feel like though this is what's crazy tonight. In 2 hours' time, we're going live with the post-match reaction show. It's either going to be both fans angry because it was the worst 0-0 draw of your life, or we are going to see... I think today could be the day where Ollie out goes beyond the point of return, where it kicks even more fans over the edge. So they say this in life. Is this like trigger where you get early adopters that believe in something, and then you get the majority start doing it. And at some point when the majority start doing it, it ticks over to a point where the majority believe it. Today could be that for Ollie, but today could also be the point where you start to see a genuine sort of murmuring of Lampard out. Just slowly starting. If, again, result-wise, if United
Roman's
wins...
birthday today, Terry, by the way.
Whose?
Roman's birthday.
Oh, okay, Roman's birthday. If Man United win 3-0 and play well, trust me when I tell you, the Lampard out murmurings will begin today. If Man United lose 2-3-0, play badly, Chelsea kill us, like the FA Cup semi, it's the point of no return for Ollie. There'll be... Listen, the PSG game will be forgotten about. No one will care about it. It will just be peak. I can feel it.
Yep, I agree.
But if you do lose, oh man,
it's going to be an interesting. Like both managers are under that kind of pressure right now. Even though Frank probably shouldn't be, neither should I. But they're under that pressure, and I think what we're going to see is I think it could happen as early as halftime. To be honest, like you're saying, the end of the game. I think if we're down 2-0 or they're down 2-0, I think it's as early as halftime. Like Terry, if we start looking on Twitter, you'll probably start seeing the Frank outs, the Pochins, the whoever is out there in Bob. Especially now that we see it's a very open league. Like once City dropped again,
and that's going to be the bit that starts with. That'll be why the Ollie out element and the Frank out element will pick up faster. So I haven't spoke about this before, but I'll stand by it. The reason it's going to pick up is because it is an open league, and fans will start to view it as a bit like the year where Leicester won it, where any one of 4 or 5 teams could go and win this, maybe even more than 4 or 5 teams, 6 or 7 teams, because everyone's dropping points. And the way that fans will start to look at it is, well, Lampard is a fledgling, and he's new, and he's naive, and he's making mistakes, we're dropping points. But if we had an experienced manager that stabilised things with this squad, we'd win more games. Man United fans will just think if we just literally had a better coach and we played better football, we might be able to sneak a league title this year. That's in the back of your minds when everybody else is losing. If City and Liverpool were sitting there on 6 wins from 6 each, Lampard and Ollie wouldn't be under the same level of pressure because of who they are and what's going on. But it's because it's become open. It's like, this is our
Liverpool
chance.
City are just as bad this season as the other teams. They're not. I don't think any of them would walk it this year.
No, I agree. But it's always an interesting flip for me, because what ends up happening in these circumstances is if your team's like good, but a team like Liverpool are 30 points better than you, that causes anger. How do we catch them? But if you're an average team like Arsenal, like Chelsea and Man United have been for a couple of years, you don't really look at what the Cities and the Liverpools have been doing, because you think we're nowhere near that. You just want to improve.
Exactly.
But then what happens is when those teams suddenly drop to your level, and you're still being inconsistent, it's like, well, the door's open. It's there. It's a gaping hole, but we don't have the manager to get us through. And it changes people's mindset and concept. And I think that's why a bad result for either Ollie or Lampard today is going to trigger something that may then not stop for the rest of the season. So it's going to... What I love about this is... the only thing I hate about it is I wish it wasn't my team. I wish that United weren't in the middle of it. But if I remove that, I love this, because this game isn't just 3 points. It isn't just Man United, Chelsea. It's Lampard and Ollie's credibility. It's their futures. It's the social element when it comes to the fans. You can already see it. Like, we've done about 8 calls with Chelsea fans and about 7 with Man United fans, and it's 50-50 on being happy or sad with the lineups. Do you get where I'm coming from? It's just, it's crazy.
The one guy who wanted the Chelsea to lose.
Yeah, but that's my point, bruv. There are fans now that are like, no, I want us to like lose, so that I can say, I told you. And it happens all the time. There are certain Man United fans last week when Pogba was one of the people dropped that were like, I know they think this. I want to lose so we can say, told you Pogba should be starting. The same as they were happy that we won a game without Maguire and defended well to see, told you he was the problem. People love that, bruv. Winning their individual personal battles is more important than their football clubs.
Yeah, you say that, Terry. What makes those games even more exciting is the emotional attachment to them. Like, if it was any other team, like City playing, let's say City playing Liverpool, right? Like, it's an exciting game, but you're not as emotionally attached to it. So every goal doesn't count to you as much as it does if it was your own team. You know what I mean?
Yes, of course. And, you wind people up. But like Aaron's tweet here says, this formation better work. Ollie is taking a huge risk here. Yes, it worked against Newcastle, but this is Chelsea. They're a completely different side, a better one. This better work. I mean, that's a very ominous... I mean, I retweeted it. I want to get people's reaction to it, but that's ominous... Like, it's ominous, you're right. It's this better work. Like, my reaction to him would be, I'd love him to be on and be like, or what? Like, I want to know the next thing coming out of your mouth. Not because you're right or wrong, just, or what? I mean, are you going to... Do you get my comment? But that's my point. Better work. Or people are going to... There's no return for Ollie. Do you get my point? It's like, Ollie's living on the edge at the moment. And if he got 3 or 4 good wins, it might save him his job with fans. Forget the board, with fans. But that's the kind of tweet where I'm like, fans are literally, he's on his last chance, basically. That's it.
Yeah, but I think Lampard is more important to win this game, because you guys, at least you won at PSG. We've been on the back of 2 draws, and I think both of them are at home as well.
Yeah, man, what's crazy about this whole thing, though, is that if Ollie does come out with the win, even if it's like a 1-0 or whatever, people still would be like, I had nothing to do with the tactics. It was
yeah.
You're not. It's gonna have nothing to do with how you set the team up. It's gonna be you got lucky. Like,
well, you saw Chelsea fans.
Hopefully it won't happen. It will be a 5-0.
Well, Chelsea fans were saying it the other day. Chelsea fans were saying it the other day. Have Hope said it, and I think Monstar said it, and Man United fans will pull off the back of it.
I associate myself with Have Hope.
I get that. No, what I'm saying is though, what they did was, it's obvious. It's like, oh, Lampard will lose it rather than Ollie win it, and that's what the Ollie out brigade will do. It will be Lampard got so much wrong, it was easy for Ollie. So it doesn't matter really what Ollie does. The Ollie outers are going to be against him regardless, and they've set that up already. So for me, it's just one of them things. Just one of them things. It really, really is. So over 326 new people have signed up to the mailing list since we've been live, which is amazing. About 700 more to go to hit our daily target. So please go and do that right now before this game kicks off in a few minutes. Quick question off subject. Man City drop points again, boys. What are you saying?
Man, City, just.
And you guys can talk about that while I go to the bathroom. Give me 2 seconds. Crack on, guys.
I just felt they didn't. None of the I just felt City doesn't care anymore. Neither does Guardiola or the actual team. Like, none of them care. They play like they don't even care. Like last year, like the last 2 years, you would see them like chase after every ball. Now it's like, ah, boy, here it goes. It's already in with West Ham. Now we have to actually try to press and get the ball back. Ah, come on, we have to do this now.
It's very interesting, man, because like you look at a Pep Guardiola's teams and they're supposed to play like you say a certain way, but has it gotten to a point where even burnout's happening with him? Like we're seeing, that style of ticky-tack football or whatnot. When you don't have your team fit at all times, like he's now had Aguero out a lot, so he's missing Aguero. He's had to deal with a lot of different injuries and adversity, and like I don't know if Pep's the guy who likes dealing with that. Like a quote I'll never forget from Pep Guardiola, and this quote was big, was when somebody was like, how do you explain like always being good or whatever, like your tactics always being spot on, blah blah, and he just answered, "Good players." Good players.
No, he's right. And the thing with pressing though, right? If you're not in the mood and you're not hyped up to do it, then you won't do it. Because you can see like the players are not pressing as well because they're not as motivated. I think Liverpool also they're also struggling from the same issue. If you see them, they're not playing with the same intensity they did last year.
Yes, Paul. Sorry about that. Had to.
I think it's less than desire. I think it's not desire with Liverpool. I think it's burnout with Liverpool. I think with City it's desire.
The way they didn't press like they used to press. They're just not interested. But that could happen if you win 2 Premier Leagues and you have basically the same team, more or less.
Yeah.
You're not gonna win another Premier League.
Also, bombing out of Champions League twice like that's a fatiguing effect. Like that has an emotional effect on a team.
I think they're just. I think Pep just as much as I love Pep as a coach.
Probably not.
He's just the players are just they need something else.
No, they do, and do you know what it is? It's both things. It's desire from both players and manager, but it stems from the manager because there was no history of Pep. And by the way, Jose's the same. So far, Klopp is the same. Very few managers sort of build more than one team. It's a hard thing to do. Like, I don't know if you guys, it depends what you do for work, but it's like, I don't know, the way I sort of look at it, it's like, imagine you built yourself a really nice summer house in your garden and then it falls down again. A lot of people wouldn't go, right, I'm going to build it again. And it isn't, do you get right? It's like, oh, do you know what? I'm going to tidy it up and that's not my next project. I don't want to do the same project again. And I think do you get where I'm coming from? I don't think and the thing with Pep is Pep's teams seem to peak really quickly. Rather than with Klopp, it took 2 or 3 years to get to the peak. And then it'll be 2 or 3 years at the peak and then afterwards. So it's a 6, 7, 8 year period. Yeah. Pep got there quickly. And now it's like, does he have the mindset to build it again? I don't think he does.
And you know what, Terry, just a point on that. I don't think the City board is as motivated to back Pep like they used to before. If you look, they had that issue with the left backs for a while now. I think they're playing the left midfielder as a left back, and that Ukrainian guy.
No, mate, and I agree, and I think that's because.
And then the same thing with the striker. They have issues with Aguero's injuries.
I completely agree. I think the reason they didn't go big this summer, we obviously know teams are losing money and whatnot, but these guys could just fake up another sponsorship deal. But at the end of the day, the reason I don't think they went big is they're waiting for the next new manager to come in. They'll go big for him. There we go. But boys, teams are coming out. Thank you all very much. We'll chat to you guys at some point soon. Thank you.
Hopefully with you guys losing.
Yeah. Hopefully with you losing. Take care, boys. See you all later on. Get your score predictions in, people. The teams are walking out now. It's Manchester United versus Chelsea. We are live. And I am shitting a brick. I'm scared. I'm legitimately nervous. I'm legitimately scared at this point. James Patel here says, we Chelsea play 3 at the back or 5 at the back. Bro, listen, football hipsters will try and convince you that they are, it's a completely different system playing 5 at the back to playing 3 at the back. What I'll say to you is this, in my humble opinion, is you're playing 3-4-3 when you're attacking and you're playing 5-4-1 when you're defending, essentially. That is the 2 shapes you'll see more than anything else. But get your score predictions in, please. Make sure you're signing up to our newsletter. I'm going to keep pushing that. Just so you know what it looks like. When you click on the newsletter link, which is in the description below, the link looks like this, where you go in, you put your email address, name, phone number. You can then select which teams you're interested in, and then just click on the subscribe button. It's really quick and easy. It's all you need to do. It takes you a few seconds before this game begins. Please go and get that done for us right about now. It's imperative for the growth of the channel, and we want to be able to let you know when we're going live so you don't miss a single stream going forward. Big competitions to win PlayStations, football boots, cameras, microphones, everything you need to be a football fan and to stream. Make sure you go and get that done right about now. We're a few moments away from kickoff, and I am so nervous. Legitimately nervous, I am. But here we go. Big game for McTominay and Fred in that middle today. Huge game for them two in the middle. Dan James as well. Look, listen, I'm genuine when it comes to Dan James. I hope this kid has an absolute barnstormer. An absolute barnstormer. An absolute mammoth game. I hope Dan James has. I don't know if he will, but I hope that he does. I truly hope that he does have a huge game. I really, really do. Thank you, James, for signing up to the newsletter. That means a great deal to me, my friend. I really appreciate it. It's going to be big. And you guys are going to actually enjoy the amount of times I get, especially my members, are like, Terry, I never get told when you go live anymore. I'm like, yeah, I know. I can't do nothing about it. Should have done this 2 or 3 years ago. We're going to build it up. We're going to try and build a database of 100, 200,000 people. And we are going to make, we are honestly, it's going to be the best football community in the world. It's going to be amazing. Nothing else like it. And it centers around you. Woo, this is such an exciting game. Some of the graphics are showing Hovart starting on the right. I don't know. I think he's going to play more of a 10 drifting, but we shall see. Let's hit that like and share button. We are seconds away from kickoff here, ladies and gentlemen. I am so nervous. It is unbelievable. 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 There we go. Let's go, people. Let's come on, United. United is shooting from left to right as this game starts. And my word, I'm scared. Chelsea are actually taking a kick off, and here we go. Game has begun. Game has begun. There we go. Got the timer up for you as well there. And here we go. Get your views in, get your opinions in as ever. Super chats will, of course, take precedent. Member comments as well. You can become a member for as little as 99p per month. First bit of defending here for Lindelof to do. Does it well. Back to David De Gea. Because I'm on myself today. Going to have a bit more commentary for you rather than just normal amblings, as it were. So here we go. Oh, my God. I feel like I need to go to the toilet again. Luke Shaw plays it down the channel. It's not a bad pass. That I need to just move this light a sec. That's better. It was in my way a bit. That's a bit better for us. Keep the screen better now. Luke Shaw down this left-hand side. He's got Dan James making a run. But Dan James holds his run up here. Oh. First thing Dan James does is he tries to play the ball back there to Fred, and it's like on the outer edge of his foot. My neck's really hurting. It's like on the outer edge of his foot. Simple pass he needs to play, and he puts it out. It's silly little things like that that will just really wind up the social media fans. It really will. Chelsea now playing out from the back. Mendy, real big test today for Mendy. A lot of people in the Premier League that don't watch all of Chelsea games may not have seen him play much as of yet. It's lovely by Scott McTominay. Overhits the pass. Jorginho picked it up. It's good tackle there by McTominay, but the distribution there in the transition was poor. Chelsea back on the ball. I expect Chelsea, by the way, to dominate the ball today as well. I'm going to predict now Chelsea are going to have between 58 and 65% possession against Manchester United today. That would be my expectation at this stage. Passing the ball well here, Chelsea. United are not really pressing as such, but there's no point pressing when somebody's in as much space as they're in because you're just going to sprint and then lose your energy. You need to press at the right times. It's the thing with the press. People just think it's about running around like headless chickens running after the ball. It isn't. It's about keeping your shape and keeping the right distance until a player near to you gets the ball, and then you press. Ball over the top here towards Werner. That's well won there by Manny. Oh, the back heel from Mata was absolutely delicious, mate. Delicious. Like a nice piece of New York cheesecake. Just like, Gee, you have to press at the right time in football. If you just run around, if you just have a striker that chases every single loose ball and after every player is in possession, in 30 minutes, he's going to be so exhausted, he's not going to be able to move. Long ball played forward there by Harry Maguire. Dan James can't reach it, but it's a throw in to Chelsea very deep in their own half here, which isn't the end of the world if you're going to play a long ball like that. At least they've got to play out from the back. They've gone long here. It should be Maguire's. Maguire wins that brilliantly. Scotty Mack brings it. That's lovely, Harry Maguire. Very commanding in the air. Here's Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Not much chat about him today. All the stuff in the media has gone very, very quiet. It must be really disappointing to these people that try and sell these stories on celebrities where they trend for a day on socials and then nobody's talking about them again. Oh, lovely. Dan James has got the ball here on the left-hand side. He's got Reece James with him. It's a good tackle there by Reece James. Man United throw in here. High up in Chelsea's half. 3 minutes into this game. Hit that like and share button, please, people. Oh. See, that now United are pressing because they're close to the ball, you see. That's when you press. Chelsea pass out very well, though, there. Very well indeed. Kante now switches the play. Finds Chilwell out on his left-hand side. Chilwell's up against Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He's going to come on the inside. He finds number 10 there. Oh, that's an excellent run by Pulisic. But there is AWB. Not just to win the ball, to clear it while he was still on the floor. Fred picks it up, looking to play out. He's being hounded by Kante. Finds Dan James. Now, this is where you can use your pace, Dan James. Run. Just run. It's just too weak there by Dan James. See, that's Dan James thinking. All he had to do was knock the ball through the middle of those two players. He's got more pace than both and then run. But he's deliberating too much there, Dan James. Great opportunity to counter-attack. I did think we gave Pulisic far too much space there, the Chelsea number 10, to run through the middle. Can't be allowing that to happen as regularly. But AWB was excellent. All played long here. Maguire clears it up nicely. He's going to just play it down the channel, Maguire. That's right. Out of danger. Excellent header there by Zuma. That's going to run out for a Man United goal kick. There we go. Make sure you're signing up to our newsletter. Click on the link in the description below. It's important for us that you get that done. Email address, name, phone number if you want to put that in. That's optional. And the teams that you are interested in. Get it done and submitted. Get on part of our mailing list. Enter our competitions and get our bi-weekly newsletter that is going to come out to you. It's really important to us as a community that you get that done for us right about now. Do it right now. Take you three or 4 minutes. A minute, tops. Mendy, that's straight from the United goal kick, straight down to Mendy, over everybody's head. Mendy plays a nice ball out there. Kai Havertz can't quite control it, though. He's closed down very well by Luke Shaw, and that's a Man United throw just inside the Chelsea half on the left-hand side. Let's see what you're all saying here. What's being said? Football HD says, come on, United. Yeah. Someone said Dan James is a one-trick pony. He is, really, when it comes to his dribbling. So just do it. Just knock it past someone and run. Don't try and do anything else. Just do what you're good at. That's when I get annoyed at players. Like you are good at doing that, Dan James. We know that you are. So just do that. Ball's gone long here down the channel. Ben Chilwell has to clear it out for a throw. He had Bruno closing him down and AWB. Throw into United high on the right-hand side here. Nearly 7 minutes on the clock. AWB back to McTominay. McTominay into Fred. I thought Fred was fouled there, not given. Luke Shaw through the middle. That's cut out by Jorginho, but Fred picks the loose ball up here. His touch wasn't great. He finds Bruno out here on the right-hand side. Bruno's looking to cross it. There isn't really anyone to cross to. He goes into Mata for a 1-2. It's well defended by Zuma. Great strength from him. United retain possession. It's AWB back to Bruno. Press here from Chelsea is very, very good. Scotty Mack now on the ball. Inside to AWB. They're looking for a bit of time and space. It's lovely football. One match should have gone for the return ball to AW. He didn't. It's back with Bruno, who's now looking to switch the play to Lindelof, who's now whipped it right out to the left-hand side here for Luke Shaw. He's got Dan James with him. Now back with Fred in the centre. Good period of possession for Manchester United here. Just kind of trying to probe and find an opening. Of course, when Chelsea do lose possession, you see them go into that flat, almost a flat back five, which makes it very hard for players to run in behind. Oh, Scotty Mack's a really poor pass, but he manages to win it back. Oh, then another poor pass from Scotty Mack. That passing has got to be more accurate. Bruno wins the ball back here. Oh, it's like Table tennis in the middle. Well done, Rashford. Great pressing, but Chelsea do win it back. Yeah, Scotty Mac's got to be a much more comfortable, not more comfortable, that's the wrong word. He's got to be much more composed is the word I'm looking for when he's on the ball there in the middle. That really isn't good enough. James needs to head to the gym is what Jeremy thinks. I hear you on that. Herb just puts a picture of a horse up there. I'm not really too sure what that is done. Thank you, Football HD, for signing up. Scott's passing is awful at the moment. That's from Mark Peoples. Yeah, Scotty's passing hasn't been great so for the start of this game. I don't want to say shocked. Probably saying shocked is the wrong word for it, but disappointed so far because they haven't been difficult passes. And both times we've had opportunities. See, Dan James makes a nice early run there. See, that's where we should be knocking the ball over the top to him. If you've got Dan James on the pitch, when he makes a run down the channel and he's got space in front of him, you've got to knock the ball to him. Not to overly defend him, but if he's on the pitch, that's his only asset for us. Use it. Mad. Mad. Dan James offside there's. Comment says, this guy could say, build me a house out of gold. It will save people and it would happen. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't get it. Yeah, Billy T, you're right. Has been wasteful from McTominay so far. But long way to go. Lots to improve. He wins the ball back very well there again. Oh, and then Fred plays the ball behind Dan James. Come on, United. Scrappy so far in possession. We were much... Like, we weren't that scrappy the other night against PSG. We need to be much more clinical with our passing. Because at the moment, our press is working quite well against Chelsea. 10 minutes into this game now. No team has really landed a glove on the other yet. It's been a lot of play in the midfield. Both teams been scrappy in possession, no doubt. Want to see that improve dramatically. Chelsea trying to play out from the back here. Good press by Manchester United. Kante's under a bit of pressure. He's going to have to go long. And he does. That should be cleared up very well and easily there by Maguire. Now United have the ball back. It's excellent pressing to win the ball back there by Man United. Really boxed Chelsea in well. Good play on the left here by United. Ball is with Dan James. Goes on the inside to Mata. See how Mata's drifted in. So we're not really going to have a right winger today. Mata's always going to come inside. Does it again there. Doesn't use the overlap and switch it. That's lovely. See, a quick switch of play here is how you do it. Trying to open a team up. Ball's played on the inside to Luke Shaw. It's well defended there in the middle. I'm not sure who that was. It may have been... No, it wasn't. I thought I was going to say Jorginho. It wasn't. It was Aspie. Aspie read it well. That was a nice bit of play. A good overlapping run there by Luke Shaw. Causing a bit of problems. But all of that was made possible by Juan Mata quickly switching the play. Right, we were deep on the right-hand side. Quick turn, bang, move the ball out to the left. Such an important element of football. It's basic, but it's imperative. Nice flick there by Bruno. Reece James is trying to shadow this out. He will. That's fine. Goal kick to Chelsea. Let's go to some of your comments here. See what's being said. There's no pressure on United to win today. 4-0 United. That's just a stupid comment. That's a stupid comment. I just got a stat up on the screen here. Since 2007, Cavani is the third highest goal scorer across all European competitions, behind Messi and Ronaldo. That's cool, but he's 33 now. Mendy's kick goes straight to Luke Shaw, who plays it to Bruno. Bruno flicks it to Rashford. Rashford well tackled there. It's an excellent tackle by Thiago Silva. Excellent tackle. Chelsea still trying to play it from the back. They haven't had much success so far with that today. Now Jorginho goes for a quick ball over the top. Maguire sees that out. He heads it out for it. It's going to be a Chelsea throw. But that's the sensible thing to do there, Maguire. If you try to bring that under, you're at an angle. You've got Werner just behind you. That's very well defended. They went for a quick early ball over the top, Chelsea. They didn't try and play through, trying to catch this. This United backline, we have been caught out with speed in recent times, which is why I know fans wanted Bailly and then Tuanzebe to be starting, and I do get that. I just think we need to be careful with Tuanzebe instead of rushing him back too quickly. Make sure you're all hitting that like and share button, please. So important to the channel that you get that done. It truly is. Next breaking play, we'll go take a little look at the stats for you. Just make sure you're signing up to our newsletter. The link for that is in our description below. It means a great deal to us if you can get that done. Lovely play there by Jorginho. He's fouled by Bruno. It's a nice little twitch. And so I love watching Jorginho play. I think he's such an excellent football player. In the right system, I think he's phenomenal. Chilwell here. Pulisic out on the left. I mean, Chelsea shape-wise, definitely playing with 2 10s, just sort of left and right centre. I wouldn't look at Kai Havertz's position or Pulisic's as wide left or right at all. Switch of play here. Lovely to Reece James on the right-hand side, just inside the Man United half. He has to go back to Aspie. They haven't been able to play through us yet, Chelsea, which is good from Man United because defensively, shape-wise, we've been played through so often this season up until the Newcastle and PSG game. So getting our shape really good so far today. Good discipline when we haven't had the ball. Chelsea, though, just being patient because they do have the ability to cut you open. Give them too much time and space, you're in trouble. Zoomer on the inside here to Kante. Kante goes for a ball through the middle. Oh, Harry Maguire, so well read. Cut out brilliantly. United are now going to try and play out. They're being pressed. Oh, Fred, go home. He does. That was lovely there from Fred. Go long if you have to, De Gea. There's no point messing around with it at the back. He doesn't. He finds AWB well. AWB to Scott McTominay. We're going to have to go long at some point. We're being pressed too high and hard hit. Bruno, that was silly trying to backheel it there. We get away with it. But that was wonderful defending there from Harry Maguire. You won't hear no other Man United YouTubers talking about that at all, so I'll do it for you. The way he read that through ball was excellent. Cut out. No problems whatsoever. Excellent play. Chelsea's turn to press Man United high up the pitch now. Let's take a little look here at the statistical breakdown of this game so far. Let's have a look at what's happening. No shots for either team 15 minutes in. 60% of the ball to Chelsea. Oh, something's happened here. Didn't actually see it myself. 2 tackles from Chelsea players. One from Reece James, one from Kai Havertz. Oh, it's a clash of heads, actually. Not a foul. Pass succession. Obviously, no chances created as of yet for either team. There hasn't been a shot. You can't have a chance created. It's been fairly uneventful so far. But remember, Man United have not won a game at Old Trafford in their last 4. This will be 5 times without a win if we do not win today. There we go. That's some of the statistical breakdown for you. But literally nothing much happening as of yet in terms of this midfield battle that we keep talking about. Hopefully that's going to change at some point. Has XSplit gone and crashed on me? This won't be good. Oh, it has moved over now. I'm not going to keep switching between scenes. I'm leaving XSplit very soon and going to OBS. So janky since the update, but there we go. Corner here to Chelsea. First corner of the game. Man United getting into their zonal areas, picking up their men. No one on the post for Man United. Interesting one for me. Never really a fan of that myself. I always like to have somebody on the posts. It's going to be whipped in here. It's a good cross. It's cleared. It's hit by Pulisic. Not very well. Only half cleared by Fred. It's picked up here and recycled by Chelsea. Jorginho on the ball. Goes right back here to Kante, who's just inside the Man United half. Tries to switch it out to this left-hand side to Werner, who does keep it in very well with his head. United have had a lot of opportunity here to get themselves back into a shape. Pulisic down the left. Tackled there by Scott McTominay. It's a throw into Chelsea on the left-hand side. We'll get some callers in a little bit later. Skype lines are open, but there we go. Chelsea got quite a lot of space here now on this right-hand side of the switch play. 75% of the ball has been with Chelsea in the last 10 minutes as well, which is I don't want to say worrying, but frustrating definitely. Ball whipped in, clear by Maguire. Down by Kante. He plays it back here to Zuma. Zuma to Thiago Silva, who switches the play out to his left. That's well, only half cleared by AWB. Picked up by Pulisic, who's trying to work his way into the box. Goes back to Chilwell. Werner is out here on the left-hand side. Chelsea starting to turn the screw a little more now. Starting to turn the screw a little bit more. It's inside here. It's Kai Havertz with a lot of space to run into. He's got Reece James on the right. Reece James first time cross. Again, well intercepted by Maguire. But it's back with Chelsea again. We're not able to clear. We keep making the initial tackle, but second balls are all being picked up by Chelsea at the minute. That's why their possession is so high. Chilwell here. Ball switched to left. Chilwell crosses. Comes off AWB. That's going to be a corner ball to Chelsea Football Club here. Nearly 19 minutes into this game. As we're getting close to being halfway through the first half here. No shots from either side yet. But Chelsea just starting to dominate more of the ball. They're starting to move themselves an extra sort of 30, 40 yards up Man United's end. United clearly looking for some counter-attack football, but haven't yet been able to win these second balls after making the initial challenges. Ball dipped in. That's cleared by McTominay, but that's a shanked clearance. That could be another corner again. I think it's a throw-in. That's been our problem. We've made lots of good interceptions, lots of good tackles and clearances. I don't know if statistically we've made tackles, but we've won the ball back. But it's been winning that second ball or our first pass afterwards has been poor each and every single time. So we've not been able to transition into a counter-attack yet. And that's on the players. The system isn't the issue as such. It's about the players making the right contacts in these challenges and making the right passes. Throw in here to Chelsea again on the left-hand side. Kante's here. Kante's very high. McTominay wins it. Clears it for another throw. United sticking to their shape well, though. Chelsea just popping around, probing. Just jabbing away, trying to find an opening. Now Jorginho. Back to Ben Chilwell. Ben Chilwell onto his left foot. He's looking to go on the outside. It's lovely football by Chelsea. Got Kante here. Goes back to Ben Chilwell. But it's well defended there by AWB, who shadows that out. Goal kick to Man United. Excellent defending from the young full-back. Winter surfaces. Possession doesn't matter unless you score. I agree. The only issue with not having possession is you can get into a situation where you feel like you're being dominated. That's the only concern. And the pressure mounts up. United are dropping a lot deeper, and our counter-attack isn't working. And I think what's interesting is that you need to be at this point where if you're going to counter-attack, we said it against PSG the other day, you've got to land a glove. You've got to let them know you're there. And at the moment, we're not letting Chelsea know we're here. In the last 10, 15 minutes, we haven't done that enough. We need to let them know we're around. That stops them attacking with so much vigor. "21 minutes here. Gone." Make sure you're hitting that like button, though, please, people. And please subscribe to the Football Terrace channel and sign up to our newsletter. The link for that is inside our description below, free of charge. All of our content, websites, amazing competitions to win a PS5 on the way. So make sure you go and get that done for free right now. Take you a few seconds to get that done. Thank you all very much. As I say, first line in the link and link in our description below. Chelsea try and play through the middle first time. It's well cut out by Lindelof. Poor touch there by Maguire. Lindelof clears again. You see what I mean? We win the ball back. And look, there you go. Dan James has the ball, loses it straight away. That's been our problem so far in this game. A massive problem every single time. We win the ball in the right areas first time. And it's that second or third attempt. And if we could get that element right, then we'd be in a transition for a counter-attack, which is what we're trying to do, where we could be very, very dangerous. So we're making it easy for Chelsea right now. And it isn't even under that much pressure from them either. We have a super chat here from man like Red United. Thank you, bro. He says, we have a chance in this game. We need to get James out of the game in 20 minutes and put Cavani in, move Rashford to the left. Yeah, I mean, last 10 minutes, we haven't had the ball in Chelsea's final third. It's awful. And that's been about our play in the transition. We've won the ball back in the right areas and then lost it almost instantly. And not under that much of a press. So yeah, I'm with you on that. I mean, I wouldn't probably sub Dan James right now. That would kill him. But if we get to 35 minutes and we're not moving it, I would look to do that. Someone we might be able to knock it into quicker, hold on to it better, use Rashi on that left-hand side. So we go for a throw into Fred there. We lose it. Straight back with Chelsea. We have the ball in the attacking area. We throw it. Chelsea win it straight back. United have now pushed an extra 20, 30 yards back up the pitch, which is important. Long ball over the top. Well cut out there by Lindelof. AWB has it. Now, where's the pass coming? First pass into Rashford. He controlled it. That's nice. We've actually put 2 or 3 passes together. Rashford's now having a little run here at Zuma. He's going to go on the outside there. That's clear. There's going to be a corner to Manchester United, which is excellent. Well played. Good work there by Rashi. Let them know we're there. That's what you've got to do in these situations, bruv. Let them know we're there. So important. Make sure you're hitting the like button, sharing the stream as well, people. Really important to us that you get that done. Can't even explain how much it is. Bruno here going to take this corner. United haven't been an attacking threat in the last 10, 15 minutes or so at all. But defended well. Ball's going to come in here from Bruno Fernandes. It's whipped in. It's a deep one. Maguire's up. And that's cleared. Chelsea going to look to counter-attack themselves here. Werner under a lot of pressure from Fred. He just goes long with the ball. He's going to lose it. Well played there by Fred. Well played by United. Did all the right things that we need to do. Excellent. Excellent. Fred on the ball here. Finds Victor Lindelof. Scott McTominay. The press from Chelsea is very, very good today. I can't even lie. They're really putting pressure on us deep in our own half, making us go long. Ball goes out to United throw. It's very good there from Chelsea. Can't even deny it. It's excellent. Chelsea 25 minutes in. The better team in terms of possession. I don't think anyone's really surprised by that. Chelsea have been better than us on the ball in every game we've played against them in the last 5 or 6. See, Dan James did run there, but Matt should have played the ball earlier. That's poor by Mata. As if you've got Dan James on, if he's running in behind a fullback, you've got to play the ball. And then Luke Shaw's pass into Mata, really poor, intercepted. It's just terrible right now by United. Our play, when we've got the ball in good positions, is shocking. Sorry, I've got an itchy nose. Legitimately shocking right now. Are United leggy from Tuesday night or are just waiting for their moment? I don't think... Oh, the ball over the top there. Lovely to Kai Havertz. Plays in Werner, but that's slightly over hit. I mean, I thought Kai Havertz was offside, but remember, the protocol is to play on here. Let's see if Kai Havertz was offside here. No, I don't think he was. No, he may have just been marginally offside. But look at Lindelof asleep there. Asleep Lindelof. I don't know if it's leggy. It's just been poor. Like, Dan James made a run in behind. Simple pass from Juan Mata to put him through, and he delays doing it. And look, you can argue maybe they don't have the confidence in Dan James, but that isn't their decision. That isn't Mata's decision to make. You've got to play the ball. And then Chelsea find their shape. We go long and lose it. We've just gone long again here and lost it. We're just not retaining possession well enough. Defensively, our shape's working, but we can't transition the ball. We don't have enough ballers on the pitch. Ollie's got to look at that because the counter-attack isn't working. And we can't hold on to the ball. AWB clears. One straight back by Pulisic. Careful, McTominay. Don't bring him down in the box. Every clearance goes back to a Chelsea player. Free kick given away there by Fred at the edge of the box. Poor. The pressure's starting to mount. Pressure is starting to mount here. United need to do better. Much, much better. Hit that like and share button, please, people. Let's get this to 1,000 likes. Chelsea with a dangerous free kick here on the left-hand side. I'd say they've had 80% of the ball in the last 20 minutes now. It's been poor. United's line 5 yards inside their own box. Can't be much deeper than that because of where the free kick's coming from. It's going to be an in-swinger here from Reece James. Goes for goal. That's easy. Went for goal there, Reece James. Went for a cheeky one. But David De Gea was equal to it. Definitely went for goal. He kind of went for goal, hoping the goalie was going to try and come out. It's clever. Here we go, down the left-hand side here. Here's Juan Mata. He's got some options. He goes for the early cross. That's well cleared there. We've got no one at the edge of the box. Look at that. It's poor. Fred, win the ball back. He does. At least, look, we actually won a first and second ball back. Lovely switch of play here. Here's Juan Mata. He's tackled too easily there by Reece James, though. Reece James started very, very well in this game. United just got to try and move this ball a little bit quicker and a little bit faster. Here's AWB on the right-hand side. But the Chelsea shape's good. We can't get past it at the minute. There's no space to go in. Forced all the way back to Victor Lindelof here, who switches it out to Maguire. Big gap between him and... Now, Maguire plays the right ball first time here to Dan James. Go it in, Dan James. Go, Dan. Dan James. Oh, what's that? Attempt of an inside pass was poor from Dan James. Fred here now with the ball on the edge of the box. Finds Bruno. Bruno switches it. Scott McTominay is going to shoot. He does. It's blocked. At least he did something. Go for a shot. Can't pass at the minute. Dan James there. Again, he's just dilly-dallying. He ain't thinking right. It's an easy ball. It's a very, very easy ball there for Dan James to either play on the overlap or just knock it out your feet and shoot. I don't care. Do one of the two. Bruno Fernandes taking a whack in the mouth there, holding his face. Get your super chats in, people. Hit the like and share button as well for me, please. Oh, that's going to be a corner ball to Man United. That was a really poor pass there by Mendy. See, Mendy's passing and distribution has been poor today. It's been really poor. Man United have got to put more pressure on that. 110% put more pressure on that. I mean, he almost scored an own goal. It wasn't far away from kicking the ball into his own net. You got to put pressure on that, Man United. You really have. Ball's going to get whipped in here. It's decent. Looks like a couple of fouls there, but none given. Ball back with Juan Mata, back with Fred. Get this ball in the box, Fred. Oh, it's closed down too easy. Oh, just about another corner to Manchester United. Just about another corner. But that's far too easy. We're just not passing the ball quick enough at the moment. But Mendy there, my word. Juan Mata going to whip this ball in from the left-hand side. He does. It's very deep. Lindelof's up. It's well cleared by Zuma. Fernandes shoots. Really wasn't a good shot by Fernandes, but there we go. Don't even have that count. Didn't travel far enough to count as a shot. United try and recycle the ball here. Got to move it quicker. Chelsea back in their shape. Here's Luke Shaw with the ball. Plays it on the inside here. Dan James finds Bruno on the edge of the box. He's got time and space. He shoots. Oh, not a bad attempt, but straight at the goalkeeper. First time United really had an opening and had a bit of space to play with there. The defense dropped deep. Jorginho didn't get himself over. Didn't have any idea where Fernandes was, and he hits it. Easy one in the end for Mendy, but laid a couple of gloves on Chelsea. That's what we needed to do. Let them know we're here. The press is good there from United, but Chelsea play out. Oh, Chelsea's play out there was magnificent. Here's Kante. Kante's galloping forward. He's fouled there by Dan James. Best thing he's done in the half so far. But Chelsea's still coming with it. It's with Reece James on the right-hand side. He switches the play. AWB should clear this. He does clear that very, very well. Bruno brings it down and loses it himself. AWB wins it back. But here goes Timo Werner. He's in the box. He switches it. Maguire, Captain Maguire there, clears it very, very well. Bruno under pressure again, loses the ball. Chelsea are hunting us in packs. They're winning the ball back too easy. Not good enough so far from United. Chilwell crosses here. Maguire again away. Chelsea win the ball back. Pressure starting to mount upon Manchester United here. Chelsea dominating. Chelsea in command. Here's Pulisic. Sized up by McTominay. Goes on the inside. Shoots. Easy save there for David De Gea. Heat maps are a joke at the minute. Man United need much more of the ball. Because if the counter's not going to work, we need to start retaining more of the ball. Chelsea's press has been magnificent. Oh, De Gea goes long, loses it. But Bruno wins back. Fred goes first time over the top. I don't know what that was from Fred, but it was poor, straight with Mendy. As I keep saying, our decision-making in the transition is so poor. Chelsea pushing forward here. Too much time and space. It's Pulisic. That's going to go wide. I think that's going to be a corner, though. Yeah, was that a corner? Did it deflect? I'm not sure if it did. Can't tell from that angle. We'll see from this one. Yeah, it did. It's a good shot. Bounces off Lindelof. It's going to be a corner here. United are under so much pressure here. It's because they can't pass. I honestly would look at Pogba or Van der Beek right now. It's a good bit of defending there by Bruno. Bruno tries to clear, but straight back to Chelsea. We can't hold on to the damn ball. And it's every single Man United player. Every single Man United player. I don't know what the opposite to being incontinent is, but United can't pass anything. It's shocking right now. I know they'll focus on Dan James. I know they'll focus on McTominay, but it's been all of them. It's been Fred. It's been Aaron Wan-Bissaka. It's been Mata. They've either released it late, too early, or made the wrong decision. Every single player. And then when we do make a good pass, lovely there by Bruno. Made. Rashford's in. Rashford is through on goal. Rashford shoots. Oh, it's saved. He had to shoot early. At long last, we played the right ball. And Rashford didn't want the ball on the inside. They wanted more on it. It's a good save by Mendy. I think Rashford had to shoot a little early there. See, what he wanted was it on the outside of him. He was onside. You can see he's onside there. You know, normally Rashford takes too many touches. Good save by the goalkeeper. Can't complain there. But at last, United down a proper glove over the first proper opportunity of the game. Good save, Mendy. Thought Rashford should have gone for a bit more of the inside the foot there. Corner here to Man United. 35 minutes on the clock. It's whipped in. It's to the edge of the box. Oh, it's a poor one. It's cleared. Gone for a bit of a Paul Scholes special there, and it didn't quite come off from Manchester United. Here is Fred. Switches the play here to Bruno. Bruno's going to go out wide here to Juan Mata. It's a wonderful pass to Juan Mata. But where's his support? It's excellent play by the veteran. Maguire's with him. Finds Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw's looking for an option on the inside. There's nothing. He's got to come back. Fred. Dan James. Dan James loses it. That's a Man United throw, but that was more by luck than it was judgment. Oh, Mata wins it back. Too early it's played. The biggest issue tonight, I think, see, our left-hand side's weak with Dan James, and our right-hand side doesn't exist because of Juan Mata. There's a lack of balance here. That needs to be addressed by Ollie sooner rather than later. It's a right pass there by Scotty Mac. Maybe slightly overhit, but he got it out of danger. Go long with the ball there. We're gonna lose it anyway, so you might as well go long and lose it. United throw, to be fair. Remember, in football, it isn't also about how you start a game, it's how you finish. But we've got to make some changes soon. Maybe the shape, maybe the structure, something different. See, it hasn't been working at all. That's good from Scotty Mac, but Fred wins. Oh, lovely, but Kante and Fred up against each other there. That's wonderful. That's a Man United throw. It's got to be a Man United throw. It is. It's lovely from Fred. Oh, actually, a free kick was given there. See, when you don't have any sound, you don't really know what's going on. You can't hear whistles, so it's hard. Here's Luke Shaw. There's no option down the outside. Chelsea sort of 5 at the back approach when they're out of possession makes it very hard. There isn't as much space to play through the lines. So far, I would say Lampard's winning the tactical battle between the two managers. But United's distribution has been poor all around. You wouldn't say anyone really has been particularly good. The centre-backs, it's been okay. Go long here, De Gea. Don't do any sillies. He does go long. But we're not going to win it. Zuma there right through the back. How can Zuma do that to Bruno? How is Zuma allowed to put his elbow in the back of Bruno's head there, ref? Come on. It's a madness. Or Reece James been caught. It's caught out Luke Shaw here. Luke Shaw's going to pull him back. There's always going to be a foul. I was surprised the referee let it go on as long as he did. Luke Shaw caught out for the first time in today's game. 38 minutes on the clock. Free kick in another dangerous position here to Chelsea. But it's certainly been a very, very poor first half by Man United. I think Ollie's going to look to try and hold on until the end of the first half. And then it's going to be a case of Cavani maybe. Cavani for James. Move Rashford out to the left. Maybe look at the middle. Bring on Paul Pogba. For either Fred or Scott McTominay. For some better distribution. Dangerous free kick here. Chelsea doing these in-swingers. So when they're on the left, they use Reece James. When on the right, they use Ben Chilwell. United's line, again, being held about 5 yards into their own box. Got to get this right, Man United. It's a good ball by Chilwell. It's absolutely brilliant there by Maguire. Bruno with possession here, looking for an outlet, looking for someone to make a run for him to play the ball long to. No one really does. Goes to Reece James, to Dan James. Dan James, as predicted, loses possession. Just wonderful there from Maguire. I mean, it's a foul by Maguire. He's really holding on to Azpilicueta there. I'm surprised that's even been allowed. Do you know what? I always say this about those kind of fouls. They are fouls. I'm not going to deny them. But if you actually focused on every single corner that goes in, you probably see them happen in 95% of all corners in the game, every single match, for both sides. I get more annoyed when the referee gives one of them as a foul, because I think, are you not? What are you doing in the other 20 corners in this game? Lovely football there by United. Rashford here, bursting into the box. Oh, Mata! Oh, good save. Mata have an excellent shot. Rashford, was he fouled off the ball? Not been given, but Rashford's on the floor. Was he fouled off the ball in the box? I'm always going to ask for a pen. Here's Rashford. Oh, no, he was trodden on afterwards. Good save there. Excellent shot there by Juan Mata. Good save by Mendy. Oh, Rashford was caught late there. I don't think it's a foul myself, but VAR are checking it here. I mean, Rashford is hurt, but it's a corner. I didn't think it was a penalty. It was contact, but it was certainly... I mean, he is caught. It's one of those ones for me. If a penalty was given for that, I'd say it's harsh. You're always going to get a free kick for it, though. He was actually caught by Thiago Silva as well. It was two players, but no. I personally wouldn't give that as a penalty. But he certainly got hit. He's definitely down hurt. But there we go. I mean, look, it's a foul. You're just not going to get that as a penalty. I don't think there's enough contact on Rashford there. Definitely hurt him, though. I mean, remember, if he gets injured, Liverpool fans will say that both Thiago and Kante have got to be out. This is the one thing that annoys me. We have to go down to 10 men because we had a man injured. It always frustrates me, that. Corner here to Man United. Whipped in by Mata. McTominay's there! Can't quite get his head to it. Chelsea clear. It's been a good last few minutes for Man United. Had some good openings, had some good chances, had some good opportunities here. I've just seen Thiago Silva's contact. I didn't see how big Thiago Silva's contact was. Definite penalty. I was thinking about Kante's from behind. Silva's is proper. I'm surprised I didn't give that, actually, now I've seen that replay again, looking at his. Apologies, I got that wrong. Rashford has an ability of making people late against him. The speed of the boy. Dan James makes a nice run on the outside. See, that's it, Dan James. He did the right thing, and someone actually played the ball to him. Caused a bit of confusion. Chelsea, defended it very well, but it caused a problem for Chelsea. And that's what we need to do more of. If you're going to have Dan James on the pitch, play those balls to him. Chilwell coming forward here for Chelsea on the left-hand side. Fred chasing him down. Fred now, McTominay now after him. AWB, sensational there again. United try and counter-attack here. Bruno on the ball here. He's fouled there by Kante. That'll be a foul there. 2 minutes until half-time. A really uneventful first half so far. Really uneventful first half. United have come a bit have done a bit better in the last few minutes. It's going to be a throw into Man United here. But I think United certainly needs some changes. Oh, that little flick there from Bruno was lovely. Bruno back to Maguire. United trying to come forward now and use, use his closing minutes to try and cause a bit of a problem. Dan James, he's going to go on the inside to Mata. You can see the pass 100 miles away. That's all he's ever going to try and do. Can't go on the outside. Can't beat anyone. Here's Luke Shaw. Oh, didn't quite work out there. Mendy's on the ball. Why is no one putting pressure on Mendy? We know he can't pass. He picked it up. Just get it off the ground. No, man, he winding people up. I think the penalty would have been harsh, especially after Maguire did that. Possession last 10 minutes, though. United had 66% of the ball. Definitely come on. The thing is, as well, Chelsea were working really, really hard in that sort of 20 minutes up until that point, and you can't maintain that work rate for too long. If you played like that for 40, 50 minutes straight of football, you'd exhaust yourself. Sometimes you need to take a break and let your opponents come onto you a little bit. Sometimes it's hard to be relentless consistently for a whole 90-minute period. So you have to have your peaks and troughs. And then just defend well when you're having, not a rest. To say you're resting makes it sound like you're being lazy. But the intensity level drop. Nice play here by Chelsea. There's a minute of time added on here. I think United have certainly got to look at trying to make a change at half-time, I feel. It's a nice little drop of the shoulder there by AWB. United trying to push forward here. Here's Fred, who's pulled back. That's going to be a booking for Kai Havertz. Has to be a booking. And probably the right midfielder to get the booking, really. If the Jorginhos or Kantes have it, it could be a problem in the second 45. But it's a good booking for Kai Havertz to take at this point in the game. United trying to come forward. Juan Mata with a bit of space here. He has no support on his outside. Goes on the inside to Bruno. Lovely 1-2 with Juan Mata. Juan Mata here pulled back. Here is AWB, who crosses first time. Oh, Mendy holds on to it. It's not a bad cross there by AWB, but the runner's just not quite at the races there. And it's going to be half-time now, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take your calls. Want to know what you're thinking. Want to know what you're feeling. Lots of different people saying penalty. Some saying no penalty. But look, Harry Maguire could have easily have conceded one. So there we go. But it is half-time. Skype lines are open. I want to hear from you right about now. I want to know your thoughts and feelings on Man United's and Chelsea's first half displays. Rashford and Pulisic going the closest for each team respectively. But it's a chess match. It's an open chess match. Who's going to win? I have no idea. It's 0-0 at half-time. Bit of a dead rubber in many ways. We've got Ray on the line here first. Ray, welcome back. What did you make of the first half?
Oh, I got nervous in the first 30 minutes. We were defending too much. I think our second touches, like you were saying, were not good enough. I think we need to change Daniel James. I think we need to bring in Cavani or someone to put Rashford on the left side and someone to replace Rashford up forward. Because really, I think James is he's not even playing. I barely see him, and I don't think Daniel James is doing good for this match. I think Ollie has to change him in the halftime.
Ray, thank you for your call. I agree with you. I think that Dan James was a passenger in that first half, and we need better. We need a couple more. We need a couple of ballers out there. Ollie's attempt hasn't worked, and it's fine that it didn't work first half because we're not out the game. But it's about doing something different. We've got Pav on the line now. Pav, what you saying, bro?
I'm good, man. You?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just intrigued about the second half. What's your thoughts and feelings on it?
Well, I think we need to take off Dan James. Clearly, he offers nothing. Like, the one thing that he has, which is pace, he can't even get behind players. Like he's not making. He can't. I don't understand. The pace he's got, he can't beat players in behind. And if you're gonna play Mata and James, you can't have both of them because Mata's not a winger, so he doesn't
Yeah.
offer any pace. If you're gonna play Mata, you might do playing in the diamond, to be honest, or play him centrally. But he's not gonna take off Bruno Fernandes. I think we need to move Rashford onto the left wing, take off Dan James, and I'd be happy for Cavani to come on in second half because going up front, we haven't really offered anything. And if it wasn't for Maguire and AWB, we'd probably be maybe 1 or 2-0 down.
Yeah,
It's just that
I mean, AWB and Maguire have been excellent defensively today. That can't be denied. Mendy for Chelsea has pulled off a couple of good saves because we have come the closest with one Mata's shot, and of course the attempt from Mata and Rashford. But yeah, the transition hasn't been good enough. So yes, I agree with the Dan James situation. I also think our midfield, especially Fred and McTominay, when they've had the ball and it's needed a good pass into a forward player or into a channel, it's been poor. That needs to improve. So I think looking at a Van der Beek, looking at a Paul Pogba would be important because there's been a few runs, even Dan James, that we're not, I don't want to, he's been poor. But there's been 3 or 4 times where he's made the run, where Chelsea's line has been high and he's made the run in behind, and nobody's attempted to play it to him. And that's where you need someone like a Paul Pogba to dink that ball over, because we may then be able to break them. The only issue with changing the shape and personnel is that we haven't really been cut open by Chelsea. So that's the risk. That's the risk of doing that. But yeah, I think something has to happen.
It was a penalty for Chelsea when they had that corner. A lot of people on Twitter are having a meltdown.
It is a penalty, but this is what I would say to people. And it's very clever by Sky Sports. It's how they create talking points. If you were to show replays in that same way, slow motion replays of every single corner, what Maguire did there, you would see, say there's 20 corners. I mean, how many corners have there been today in total? Let's just go and have a look now. In total today, there's been 8 corners. If you watch all 8 corners, you'll see very similar actions to that. Now, that's not defending Maguire because it's a foul. The problem you have is that the biggest shock for me in football is when those fouls are actually given. Because I think, what's this ref looked at in the last 200 corners that he's witnessed where he hasn't given one of them? And then today he had. Do you remember the one that England got? When a player, like, from the corner, the player ran through and there's a little touch on the shoulder and he falls. It's like, that's not a penalty. It's not a penalty. So, yes, it's a foul, but I would say 1 in 100 gets given, so I'm not shocked. Rashford's was also a penalty. First time I saw it, I thought, nah, the kick from Kante was weak. And then I saw the Thiago Silva one. I'm like, he proper caught his foot. But again, if Maguire did that to Azpilicueta as the attacker, it's given as a foul every time. And if Thiago Silva catches Rashford's foot like that outside the box, it's a foul every time. You sometimes get these situations in the box for penalties where they're hard to get. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Someone here says, Terry, you're lying. It's not a lie. It's not a lie. Honestly, watch every single... There was a corner earlier on in the game where Azpilicueta threw Scott McTominay to the ground. And they didn't show you a replay. If you got Sky to show you slow motion replays of every corner, you'd see a penalty, I would say, in 85% of corners, because defenders are always grabbing and hugging each other. That's why, like I've said, it's so rare and surprising when you actually see one given. Does that make sense?
Yeah, they're showing that Mendy back pass. Oh my God, when I saw that, oh my God, I was like, oh my God, this is Kepa. This is like there's some Kepa curse going on here for Chelsea.
The way I look at this is, yeah, with Mendy, it's obvious when you look at him with Mendy. He is sorry, my neck's killing me today. He is a much better shot stopper than Kepa. But
yeah,
he's average with his feet. Absolutely average. I don't know why everyone in the comments keeps saying it's a pen. Yes, it's a foul on Maguire and Aspi, but you're all ignoring what I'm saying. I'm not saying it isn't a foul. You see dozens of them you see about 5 to 10 of them every single game, where defenders are nudging each other, nudging an attacker in the back, pulling the shirt slightly when they're jumping, like holding on to them. Just watch Chelsea at corners and be honest about your own players. They all do it. They're all fouls. Every now and then a referee makes an example of someone and gives it, but I'd have been shocked. I'd have been shocked if it was given. And you know what you always see? Whenever it's your player being held, we all say penalty. Whenever it's the other way around, we say what I'm saying. Oh, well, they all do it. And it's the truth. It's the absolute truth. And you can all call me a liar. I don't know what I'm lying about. Are you telling me that Chelsea don't have a single defender that's going to hold on to a player when they're trying to jump or put their hands onto their shoulders?
I think it was McTominay when we had a corner. I think he got pushed, and we had a penalty for that last year. I think it was,
exactly. It is what it is. It is what it is. And if you start, and this, I've always said this. There's two ways you tackle them. These situations. You give a penalty every single time it happens, or you just say you're allowed to do that. Where it's unfair, and Chelsea fans will think this, if in the next game, Azpilicueta does that to, I don't know who Chelsea are playing next, an attacker, and a foul's given, that's when Chelsea fans will be more annoyed. Hang on, but we didn't get one last week. What you allow to happen is you give a penalty every time. We did that at the World Cup and everybody moaned, remember? Right? Well, too many penalties. So you either give it every time, or you never give them. Do you get where I'm coming from? It's either got to be one or the other. So am I surprised that Maguire's wasn't given as a penalty? No. And every single real football fan knows exactly what I'm talking about. Absolutely what I'm talking about here. So yeah, it's one of them ones. Pav, I appreciate you coming on the show and having your say, mate. I'll talk to you again soon. Top man. Thank you. If you want to call the show and have your say, tell me why it's a penalty. There we go. But remember, if a Chelsea player then touches a Man United player in the box on a corner, you've got to say penalty as well. Fair? Terry is so biased. How am I biased? I said it's a foul. Are you not listening to me? I said it is a foul. I said it's definitely a foul. What are you not listening to? Oh, wow. You weak people. Weak. Steve, you're weak. You're weak, Steve. Clear pen. Absolutely. Same as Rashford's. Clear pen. End of. Move on. Do us a big favor, people. Never miss another live show again. Sign up to the Football Terrace's newsletter right now. The link to do that is inside the description below. Select which teams you want information on. Put all your details in, and we'll be able to contact you each and every week. Over 400 people have signed up during this live stream, which is out of this world. Please go and get that done now. It's massively important for us. It really, really is. There we go. There we go. So let's see what Twitter's saying. Let's go and see what Twitter's saying. I'll go tweet here. Maguire's foul on Aspi is a foul. But this happens on 80 to 90% of corners. So it is not a surprise that it has not been given. Yeah, it's true. It's a fact. The amount of times you see it, like, oh, okay. But no, they're always given. Do you actually? So Chelsea fans that think I'm lying on that, do you think they're always given those fouls? Can you show me a body of? Can you show me where all these fouls are given for those from those corners? I'd love for you to show me. And by the way, on Maguire's been brilliant today. I have to say, Maguire has been excellent. There we go. And we've got Abdul on the line here. Abdul, welcome to the Football Terrace. What do you want to say, mate?
Yeah, I agree with your comment. I think if the Rashford one is a penalty, then I think Maguire one should be a penalty as well. So both of them should have been given.
Yeah,
so.
they're both penalties. I mean, but do you understand where I'm coming from with the?
Yeah, I agree. I saw you. Yeah, I agree with it.
It's to just you see it if you watch corners and you're not being a dickhead about it. You know for a fact. You're like they're very, very rarely given. And do you know every now and then as well? I've seen goals before where an attacker jumps up high, has his hand on the shoulders of someone and scores it. when it looks brilliant and the goal's brilliant and the header's a bullet header, they get given. And then sometimes, if you jump on someone's back like in the middle of the pitch, they give it as a foul. It's so strange. Like Wayne Rooney's overhead kick against City. If you do that in the middle of the park and nearly kick a midfielder's head, they always give it as a foul. But when you're scoring a goal, they go, "Oh, well, let it go." Because do you get where I'm coming from? It's just certain things in football happen. You know, if you know the way a defender, if a defender shadows a ball out for a corner and you nudge him in the back and he falls over, a foul's always given. If you're a striker and you get touched like that in the back by a defender and fall over in the box, penalty's never given. Football fans know this. They just try and pretend like it isn't. But what's your thoughts on the performance so far from both teams?
Yeah, I mean, Chelsea started well. 10 minutes, it started well, created some chances. And then the last stage of the game, I thought Man United had some decent opportunities to score. The Rashford one, I think he should have probably scored it. And the Mata one as well. I mean, their keeper had a shocker. He nearly scored an own goal. So.
Yeah, like I say, with Mendy, to me, his distribution.
He's not good with his feet. Yeah.
His distribution is poor, but his shot stopping has been excellent, and I think that's where Chelsea fans are going to be okay for a year or so with Mendy, because their biggest issue with Kepa is that so many simplistic shots go past him. And they definitely conceded an extra sort of 15, 20 goals last year because Kepa conceded shockers. And not even like sort of fumbling mistakes. Just, I remember Zaha's shot and it was powerful. But a good goalie gets his hands to that, gets his fist to it. Those kind of things going through his gloves. And like Mata's goal. I look at Kepa and you think that may have gone in. Mata's shot, would have gone in with Kepa in my opinion. Yeah.
I think it would have gone in as well, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. So, mate, I appreciate the call. Second half's about to begin. We'll chat to you again soon, bro. Thank you very much, Abs. Top man. Thank you. Remember, you can phone in, but remember to hit the like and share button. Live after the game, we're going to go live with the match reaction show. Really looking forward to doing that. Really looking forward to what you've all got to say on that one. There we go. Players are just about to come out for the second half. Oh, I'm excited, but I'm so nervous at the same time. I really am. If you say Rashford should have had a penalty, you haven't watched football. That's what Jack thinks. Listen, like I've said, it's a foul. The foul that Thiago committed on Rashford, you get that anywhere else on the pitch but in the box. 95 times out of 100. Same as Maguire's. If it's the attacking player doing that to Maguire, 100% given. Like this. Goalkeepers can often smash a defender. Nothing's given. You breathe on a goalie, foul's given. There's just certain rules that are unwritten within football. We all know this. I don't understand why it's such a big talking point. If you've watched football for long enough, you know exactly what I'm talking about is true. So, like, relax your head, people. Simple as that. Relax your head, relax your brain. Liar. Oh, liar. Liar, liar. Bums on fire. What's wrong with some of you, man? And if you want to dislike a video because you hear an opinion that you don't like, you're mad. Here we go. Second half's about to begin. I'm nervous. What you're all saying is going to happen. What are you all saying is going to happen in the second half, people? I'm nervous about this one. Seriously, I am. Make sure you're signing up to our newsletter and mailing list right about now, please. The link is in the description below. There's 944 of you watching. Sign up now, people. Football Terrace community is the best in the world. You're all amazing, even when we disagree. I love all of you deeply. Get yourself signed up right about now. Let's get that done. 0-0. Second half has kicked off. I'm going to get my timer back on for you all. And here we go. Here we go. What's going to happen? Nobody knows. Jem says, Maguire lucky. Yeah, he was. But you'll see it. I'm going to look for it when Man United have corners in the second half. Anybody hugging or holding us. And then I want to see what people are saying. Oh, given away by Mendy. Fred. To Mata. Oh, that's well defended there by Zuma. It's going to be cleared by Ben Chilwell. See, the passing just isn't right from us. Still. But Mendy's distribution is poor. Nice, lovely football by Chelsea. Here comes Kai Havertz. He's got Fred on the outside. Fred brings him down. It's going to be a yellow card there. Probably the right foul for Fred to give away, to be honest. What an interesting opening 40 seconds or so to this first half. Mendy making a mistake. Chelsea counter-attacking. See, that one there by Fred. Fred hasn't even attempted to play the ball. He's just caught his legs, and that's a booking and a foul. That's no different to what Thiago did to Rashford. But it's a different part of the pitch. Different scenario in the game. Fred's pass there. Half cut out by Kante. Bruno now picks it up. Oh, Zuma there. Excellent. Zuma's going to bully Mata all day with that strength. It's a poor decision by AWB to play the ball into him at that point. It's nice there by Mata. Scott McTominay and Mata got a little bit of a triangle going on. But what I would say, what's intrigued me about this game, there have been mistakes by both sides, but it's a good chess match. It's lovely by Luke Shaw. Fred here on the ball. He's got Luke Shaw on the outside. He's pressed and tackled well there by Kai Havertz. It's been a good chess game. The great thing for Man United is we have some really good players on the bench to come on. That is a huge positive. Oh, how can we lose the ball from that throw-in? Dan James, you absolute tart. Go into that tackle stronger. Scrappy by United. Can't believe we lost the ball at that point. Here's Reece James coming forward. Scott McTominay tries to make a tackle. Can't make it happen. Pulisic turns. He's in behind the midfield here. Here's Chilwell. Chilwell's looking for the cross. AWB closes him down well. AWB looking to pounce on that, and he does. Opportunity here. AWB on the inside to Bruno. He's got Dan James on the outside. He finds Dan James. Now Dan James, run at him. Go at him, Dan. Go, Dan. Go, Dan. Go. Go. Oh, he just runs into a wall. He had to knock it and go earlier. Idiot. I'm sorry to be rude, but it's idiotic, Dan James. Knock it past Aspie, who's old, and run. Mad. You're going to beat him for pace. Knock it past him and run, Dan James. Jesus. Lovely by Bruno there. Rashford gives it away, though. Don't foul here, AW. That's the right thing to do. Just poor again from United. It's lovely play there by Werner. Finds Chilwell out here on the right-hand side of a bit of space. Pulisic's dragged Maguire right out wide where he needs to be. Lovely there by Maguire. Brilliant. Oh, United still can't clear it properly, though. Every clearance goes back to a Chelsea player. So infuriating. Reece James here. Trying to go long here. Oh, well, good goalkeeping there from David De Gea. Here goes Rashford on the left-hand side. Well tackled there. But at least he's having a go. At least he's having a go. A lot of people on social media don't think Maguire's been good today. I've seen him make 2 or 3 excellent sort of interceptions and winnings of the ball in the box. He's been great. People like he hasn't been good. It's mad what people don't see. It's going to be a corner to Man United here. Strange. People are basically saying because he gave away the what should have been a penalty, that means he had a bad game. Well, it weren't given, was it? Do you know why? Because most of those fouls are not given. People have been blindsided by it. Like, Man United got a corner here. No Chelsea player can touch a Man United player. Remember that. We ain't going to get it into the box. That's lovely. Here is one Mata. Pulls it back. Fred! Poor. Going to be offside there. Why aren't we shooting, man? Oh! Poor by United. Poor. Yeah, the outrage for this foul is because it's Maguire and people want to be able to put an L next to his name. It all makes sense now. That's where it's... Chelsea fans, of course, want the penalty. But social media want Maguire to be the villain. So it's like, oh, he should have conceded the penalty. For a foul that 99% of the time isn't given. Not on my watch. And, of course, freeze frames always make things look worse. But still, it weren't a pen. That's it. Like, it weren't given. Simple as that for me. It's like, so imagine a player like, imagine right now, Timo Werner elbows someone in the face. And we all think should be a red card, not given. But then he scores the winner. Are we all going to say that, yeah, he didn't have a good game, though, because he nearly got himself sent off? Of course you wouldn't say that. You say it was lucky, maybe. But there we go. That's how you try and frame something. Kai Havertz has got an opportunity. It's nice. Here's Werner. Werner shoots. Excellent defending again by Captain Maguire. Gets the block on there. United can't get out, though. If they can get past this Chelsea press, there's got to be space because of how many men are committed forward. But they can't. It's lovely by AWB. It's fouled, though. Chelsea get it back. I thought it was fouled. He wasn't. Chelsea come forward again. Here's Kai Havertz coming onto his left foot. Plays it on the inside. AWB, brilliant there. I don't know why he went back to Gaya, but he did. Substitutions got to be made very, very soon by Man United because we're now being pushed back in the same way in this second half as we were in the first half. Something needs to be done by Ollie. A tactical change. I'd look at Pogba. I'd maybe look at Pogba and Cavani at this point. Fred off because he's on a booking. Dan James off. And then keep the shape. That's fine. United goal kick here. Cavani's about to come on, people. So is Paul Pogba. I must be a mind reader. Must be a mind reader. Do you know what I mean? That's the one exciting thing about the lineup we started with. We've got some talent to come on. Got Greenwood still, Van der Beek still to come on, maybe. Like, only one of those two can come on, but Chelsea coming forward here. Pulisic on the left-hand side. He's got Scotty Mac with him. Looking for options. Goes over the top. It's well defended there by Luke Shaw. Just holds him off in the right way. United can't keep this ball. Well done, Froley, to looking to make this sub. But we win the ball back here. AWB's got it. Can't play out, though. There's no option for him. He's going to have to go long here. Oh, he does find one Mata in the middle, which is nice. Mata comes on the inside. Fred. Here's Bruno. That was well played. So we just cannot get the ball out quick enough. I'm hoping Cavani and Pogba change this for us. The work rate from Chelsea today has been sensational. It's lovely from Luke Shaw. Back to Bruno. Bruno has been so deep in this game because we just can't get the ball forward. Here's Scotty Mac. He's got AWB out wide. That needs to get out there quicker. Here is AWB. Got Bruno now up in more of a 10 role here. Oh, AWB, that was absolutely shocking. United do win it back, but I don't even know what that was from Aaron Wan-Bissaka. That was poor, son. Where Chelsea have been great today, when they're defending, they get everybody, barring Werner, behind the ball, and they give Man United very little space. They have worked their socks off today to nullify. Ball here from Maguire, goes to play out wide. Not good enough, cut out in the end. Defensively good there again by Maguire. He's been sublime defensively tonight. Sublime. Maguire on the ball at the back here. United just going to be making the substitution when the ball next goes out of play. Sort of 11 minutes into this second half here. Chelsea's press and shape's been so good. Both teams have really. We probably won't look at this game and study it as a tactical, from a tactical point. It's a lovely pass from Bruno here. Dan James making the right run on the inside. Rashford here. He's going to go onto his right foot. He does. Don't shoot. Not from there. You got a pass now. Bruno. Back to Fred. He's got Shaw on the overlap. Finds Dan James. Here is Luke Shaw. Dinks it across. It's going to be a corner to Man United. Still not good enough. We're not releasing the ball fast enough. This would be a good time to make the substitutions as well. Cause a few problems here at corners. It's Juan Mata that's coming off here for Paul Pogba, which I think's right. I mean, I would have personally... Actually, I wouldn't have taken Fred off. I thought he'd do Fred. He normally does. And Dan James coming off. I'm not surprised. What we now have is two players coming on with more physicality, more speed, which is going to help us, and more ability as well. Both players easily over 6 foot. I'm not too sure how tall they both are. I've never really read that up. Up here for a corner straight away. I'm sure it's going to be Bruno that swings this in. Go on, Cavani. Get your head on this, son, and make yourself an instant Man United hero. Nearly 60 minutes on the clock. Bruno, it goes short again. First time cross there is by Bruno. Oh, a little flick there by Cavani. Nearly makes an opening impact. Excellent there by Cavani. The new Man United number 7. See the movement. See that movement there. Oh, he almost got to it. I mean, but that's a save. Excellent by Cavani. Oh, no, it wasn't a save. I thought it may have been, but that was excellent. That's better. Straight away, land that little punch. You know, that little stinger, just to let it, ooh. Have any of you ever fought before? The reason I always use fighting analogies is I remember fighting a guy once, and I remember opening like 2 minutes of the first round. I thought, I got this guy. I'm a better fighter. I remember thinking, I'm a better fighter than him. I got him. And then he landed a punch. Scared me. The power, I was like, I don't remember ever feeling power like it. And it was more, he didn't actually land it on my jaw. It was the glove, but I felt it and I was like, ooh. And it took me about another round to get over it. I was like, that guy lands. It was more, from my weight category, more power than I've ever experienced in my life. And I sometimes used to, when I was fighting powerful fighters, I'd always get in the ring and spar with like people a weight or two above me. And this guy could hit harder than them. Scared me. I was only 18, fresh face, Thai boxing. That scared me. And it makes your opponents think. Some opponents, it peps up, though. It's lovely there by Kai Havertz up against Fred. I'm glad Fred didn't give a foul away there because he could have been in trouble. Reece James now here. 60 minutes just about to tick through on the clock. Make sure you're hitting that like and share button for us, please, ladies and gentlemen. It's 0-0 in this game. And it's anybody's. I said it before it kicked off, and we're 60 minutes in. It's the same. Any team could win this. Chelsea, I would say, have been marginally the better team. United with the better chances. But it's anybody's. So evenly matched. And both managers have been good in element. What a cross by Reece James. Ooh. It's cleared in the end. It's going to be a throw into Man United, I think. It's a wonderful cross by Reece James. Kai Havertz comes in late. I think Pulisic was at the far post. I'm not sure if a United player actually got a touch to this. It goes over Maguire's head. Now Maguire gets it away, I think. I think that was an excellent clearance in the end from Maguire. Just nicked off Maguire's head. Took it away from Pulisic. Woo! I love listening to what people say. A lot of people saying, I know, Terry, that those fouls are not normally given. But Maguire is too wild when he does it. Again, it's aesthetics. It's how you perceive someone. I love it. Perception is such an important element of life. Like if you perceive someone as scatty, as serious, as whatever it may... Oh, Pogba's touch and brilliant. That was... Oh, Pogba's touch there. Oh, my God, bruv. That was amazing. Pogba seems to be more in this 10 role as well, which could be brilliant for us. Chelsea having to defend here. Here's Fred. Passes the ball out here to Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw's got Rashi with him on this left-hand side now. The left-hand side's so much stronger than it was. But Reece James is there, who we know is excellent. Paul played into Pogba in the box. Rashford's going for the return. But that's great. It made a bit of space there. Pogba switched it. Look at that switcher play by Paul Pogba. That's how it's done. Quick, easy, efficient. Bruno makes a run on the outside. Got two men with him. Tries a bit of a turn. Doesn't quite come off. Bruno will win this. Excellent Bruno Fernandes. Excellent there by Bruno Fernandes. Scotty Mack now on the ball. Oh, it's not a bad cross from Scotty there. Just no one quite there. Victor wins it back. A bit of pressure now. Here's Pogba. Touches, turns into Rashford. Rashford out of his feet. That's excellent by Reece James. I have to say, that is amazing defending by Reece James there. Excellent by the right back. Chelsea on the counter. It's Kai Havertz. He's got Timo Werner with him. Timo Werner's going to be stood up here by Victor Lindelof. He goes on the outside. Lindelof defends excellently and stops him from getting a shot off. But they've got to stop this ball from coming in now. AWB! What a tackle! What a tackle! What a tackle! An excellent defending there by Victor. Ball's going to come in here. Got to defend this well. It's a good cross. Screaming for another foul there, but everyone's holding each other. Fred on the inside. Pogba's got to get this right. Oh my God, that's a terrible foul on Paul Pogba. Not given. How's that not given as a foul? It's gone through the back of him, ref. Jesus Christ. What's Zuma asking for there? I don't even get it. Actually, it's not a foul, actually, by Reece James. My apologies. I've seen the replay back. I completely retract what I said. Completely retract what I said there. Come on, Paul. Get up, man. You got to fight now. This game is going to absolutely pep up now. It's going to pep up massively. About 25 minutes plus injury time to go in this half. Reece James still down at the moment after that collision with Paul Pogba. Get your super chats in, people. Get your likes in. Get your shares in as well. We're nearly on 172,000 subscribers as well. So if you could hit that subscribe button for me, it'd be amazing. Make sure you're signing up to our newsletter as well. All the information for that is inside our description below. Make sure that's done. Paul Pogba and Reece James are both okay enough to return onto the field of play. And here we go. Chelsea back on the ball. 65 minutes on the clock. This game is gonna open up soon as well, even more than it has been. Excellent there by AWB. Has just the last few games has been out of this world, especially defensively. His positioning, his reading of the game's getting better. To think we were all panicking about him a few weeks ago. Fred there, first time pass, switched it out to AWB here on the right. So I'm not going to deny that AWB going forward, I'd love to see him improved improved tenfold. But defensively, brilliant. Fred there, wasteful ball forward there by Fred. Needs to do much better, much better. United have got to get this ball down and play some football. Fred fouled there. Come on, I don't want us appealing for these fouls like that. Just get up and play. Get up and play. Don't want us focusing on any of that nonsense. This game's a chess match. The longer it goes on like this, the more I'm enjoying it. Because both teams have had excellent defensive structures tonight. Which is mad, because we were both like, that's where we're going to fall down. And we still bloody might as teams. But defensively, both teams have been excellent. Cavani, you're well offside. Get back on. Not good enough play there again by United. Fred wins the ball back. This game is just, we win it back, they win it back. We win it back, they win it back. Chelsea have definitely had like less of the ball and been less dominant since Pogba and Cavani came on, which is, I think, understandable. Because you just bring on two superior players. That was excellent there by Aspilicueta. McTominay here brings it down. He needs an option. Knocks it out wide here. It's going to be Luke Shaw. But look how quickly Reece James presses him and pushes that pressure on him. I don't know if I've seen a defensive display from Chelsea as good as this. I mean, I'm talking years here. I'll be disrespectful to Conte. It'll be Conte's days. That's how good it's been today from them. And I'm going to say United have been excellent as well. Like, we've limited each other to very little. Shots from distance. A few good crosses, but Rashford's in here. Rashford brings it back. He shoots. It deflects away into the box. I don't know if he should have shot there, Rashford. Maybe he should have gone for goal. Excellent there, Luke Shaw. Picks up the foul there. Excellent defending from Luke Shaw against Kai Havertz. Was he onside, Rashford? He was onside as well. Well onside. I don't mind him shooting from there. I mean, that's just great recovery work there from Aspi after being turned. Pogba here looking for options. So United, it's all very congested on the left. We've got to switch it to that right as quickly as we can here. So United have had 10 attempts in this game to Chelsea's 4. Means nothing at this point though. Because I just think this has been such an even game of football. I can't even lie. Like the amount of shots, we've had a lot of like shots from distance as well. I just feel like it's been a 50-50 football match. Ball played inside the Cavani here. He looks offside to me, not given. Crosses. It's going to be easily held there by Mendy. He was offside there, Cavani. So if anything had come from that, it would have been disallowed anyway. He looked offside when it was played, to be fair. Make sure we're smashing that like button, people. It means the world to us if you could. Here's Kante coming forward. Switches that play nicely. You've got Chilwell. And we've got Pulisic on this left-hand side. Switched. Reece James has got a lot of space here on the edge of the box. He shoots. That's well defended and well blocked there by Fred. It's not even going to go out. Rashford's going to keep that in. He's fouled there by Aspi. It's right for his back as well, ref. Come on, Rash. Up you get, bro. Up you get, bruv. I know you're trying to feed the whole country. Win football matches as well. Mason Mount and Tammy Abraham coming on here for Chelsea. If I was Man United, I would definitely look at a Van der Beek substitution as well. Van der Beek for either Fred or McTominay, one of the two. Kai Havertz coming off. Was it Timo Werner that came off as well? Do you know what? Listen, I ain't going to sleep. I mean, it's on paper. They've not brought on as stronger players. But listen, Man United kept Werner and Kai Havertz very, very quiet tonight. Very, very quiet indeed. And Tammy and Mason are very different propositions. Don't want to sleep on them, bro. That's what I'm saying. Start sleeping on them, be in trouble. It's nice football by United. The press is still good by Chelsea. United playing out from the back here. Oh, remember, we're going to be live straight after this game for the live phone-in show. McTominay got caught there. It's good press by Tammy. That link's already available on the homepage of the Football Terrace, so make sure you go and check that out so you're ready for the phone-in show. I don't know what that was there by Lindelof. I mean, Pogba got us out of trouble there, but that was mad. Here we go. United coming down this left-hand side with Luke Shaw on the ball. Plays a lovely ball. Tries to get on the inside for Rashford. Doesn't quite come off. Goes back to Mendy. Got to put pressure on Mendy's kicking because it really isn't very good at all. Scott McTominay wins us the ball back here. Lovely first-time ball from Maguire out to AWB. Switched the play well because he's got a bit of space. That's what's needed here. My problem is AWB just loses it too easily. Poor. Kante brings it out here. Chelsea will play out here. Silva's in a bit of trouble, but look, he finds a lovely pass out there to Reece James. Reece James will come in via the middle. If Pogba can't win this ball back, which he doesn't, Chelsea will be fine. And they're now coming down this left-hand side. It's Ben Chilwell. Pulisic still on the pitch. Mason Mount's gone wide right, which again will keep the Chelsea fans happy. They don't want to see Pulisic go to the right and Mason Mount on the left. Here goes Reece James, very high in Man United's half, being tracked diligently by Fred, who's had it. Again, apart from his passing today, I think Fred's been excellent. Reece James. Reece James, I'm actually going to say so far today, Reece James has been the best player on the pitch. No doubt about it in my mind. I'd give man of the match to Reece James if we had to pick right now. I think he's been excellent. Defensively, his possession, his passing. Harry's kept hold of the ball. Excellent tackle there by Scott McTominay. Strong. No one can break each other. This game is going to be 1-0 to someone. No one can break each other down. The final balls from both teams. So it's going to be the first team to play a perfect final ball wins this game. Lovely by Lindelof, reading the play there. As soon as one team loses the ball, the other team goes and loses the ball. Or the other team just drops back into their shape and does well. It's just consistently the same. United tried to play on quickly, not allowed to do that. Referee brought it back. Yeah, they're showing that replay. Scotty Max tackle. No problems with that at all. Final 15 minutes of this game, 0-0. Interesting match so far. Scotty Mac here to AWB to Bruno. Bruno goes for the 1-2 over the top. It's going to be a Man United throw. Just the lack of quality sometimes when there's not a lot of space is hard. Here is Bruno. Bruno just boots it high in the air into the box. It's one of the worst crosses you ever see in your life. But then Rashford loses out. Luke Shaw loses out in his tackle. Chelsea try and counter here. Rashford tracking back well. That's a late tackle by Rashford. That's going to be a booking. That's stupid. Rashford didn't even need to do that. That was silly there by Marcus Rashford. Just absolutely zero need to make that tackle. Just didn't need to do it. That was frustrating. You can see that what that was. That was frustration that things ain't gone right for him so far tonight. But as I say, you don't need to do it. Tackles like that are silly. First booking of the season for him. Final 15 minutes. Scotty Mack wins the ball in the middle, and then Tammy wins it back off him. It's just mad. It's just crazy, this game. Both teams scrappy at times. Both teams wasteful at times. Both teams sometimes have been excellent in their defensive shape and poor in the attack. It's you know, like when somebody yawns, the person next to you normally yawn, like you yawn, someone next to you yawns. It feels like that tonight. It's actually a foul on McTominay there, but it's not given. Oh, he falls on Tammy's leg. That could have been painful. Chelsea have the ball, though. 77 minutes on the clock. And here we go. Maguire can't reach that. Lindelof's there to cover. That was nice. You have to go down the line. That's nice football. That's a nice pass down the line there by Lindelof. Ball inside to Fred. Fred gets it. It's Bruno here. Oh, Bruno. I mean, get away with that, but come on, Bruno. Donny van der Beek's now needed, in my opinion. Greenwood, maybe. But I think Donny van der Beek. We need somebody on the ball, another baller over a goal scorer. I don't know. It's a tough one. Oh, Luke Shaw taking risks there. Chelsea's press has been excellent tonight. Can't even deny it. De Gea's going to have to go long here. He does. Cavani, can he win this? He's pushed in the back, not given. Fred picks up the loose ball. We haven't picked up many of them loose balls tonight. Look how quickly Chelsea are on United. Excellent. I hope Chelsea fans notice this. How quickly they've got on United tonight whenever United have had the ball. Lovely hit. Paul Pogba. Luke Shaw with him. Look at that. Just never any space. You think, okay, is there a space for someone to run in behind? Never. Chelsea haven't given United an ounce of space at all tonight on the attack. Ball over the top here. Bruno. Oh, he brings it down. Here is Pogba. Oh, he tries to play a clever ball over the top. Breaks down. United pick the ball up again, though. A bit cute, that from Pogba. But when you're as brilliant as him, these things can come off. Here is Bruno on the left. Plays it to Luke Shaw. It's got a bit of space this time. He crosses first time. That's cleared by Thiago Silva. Didn't know where it was going to go. It's gone out for a Man United corner here. 78 minutes on the clock. 0-0 in this huge game between Man United and Chelsea. The first half, I thought Chelsea were very good. United poor in their transition and play, but good defensively. Second half, I have to say, both teams' defensive shape has been exemplary. They've broken each other down diligently. They've all stuck to their defensive shape amazingly. Both teams have pressed at the right time, sat deep at the right time. It's been excellent. Corner here. Bruno whips it in. It's a deep one. Fred. Oh, can't quite get it under control and into the box again. Here is Bruno. He's got Luke Shaw with him if needed. He's asking Luke Shaw to make the run. Luke Shaw didn't want to make it. It's making it easier for Chelsea here to keep their shape. Here is Lindelof. He's got Rashford with him. The 1-2's nice. Here is Lindelof. Lindelof's in the box. Pulls it back. Pogba! Oh, Pogba didn't really shoot. He should have shot properly. That was an opening. Pogba just... That was weak, really. The shot was weak. Not Paul Pogba was weak, just a shot. Oh, the 1-2 didn't come off. Oh, Chelsea's ball. I didn't think Pogba expected to have the ball back to him, and he got it. Yeah, it was a good block. Good block by Thiago Silva. Pogba should have, for me, a nice left peg, but I want to see laces through that. Hakim Ziyech is now on the pitch. Pulisic comes off. I need to go for a quick toilet break, people. I'll see you in a few moments. I'm back, peeps. So wet hands, everything's slipping. Because I washed them, just in case anyone has a smarmy comment to make. Donny van de Beek not even warming up to come on. I'm so confused. Rashford now on the right. Plays it into AWB. Oh, his first touch is poor, but he wins the ball. He's driving into the box. Oh, what happened there? That's lovely work. Was a foul given there? I'm really confused. Mason Greenwood on. Who's off? Scott McTominay has been brought off here. Mason Greenwood on with 8 minutes to go. United going for this win. That will probably mean that Pogba will drop deeper now. Well, it looks like Bruno's dropped a bit deeper here. Pogba standing in that number 10 role, looking at the shape on the screen in front of me. Remember, we're live straight after this game for the match review show. Links on our homepage now, so make sure you're ready for that. Ben Chilwell coming down this left-hand side now. Chelsea looking for this winner. United looking for the winner. Bruno cuts out a lovely ball from Reece James very well. Fred, though, dilly-dallying on the ball. He does well to keep hold of the possession. We've got to pass it quicker. Oh, it's a nice attempted ball there by Bruno. It's cut out, though, by Chelsea. Pogba wins that back. Oh, yes, he does. I couldn't quite tell by the camera angle they cut. That's excellent. Bruno coming forward here. Excellent run by Bruno. He needs a pass now. He needs someone to make some room for a pass. Here is young Mason Greenwood back after a week or so out of injury. Chelsea back in their shape, though. Chelsea's work rate today has been phenomenal to get back into this shape. Really has been phenomenal. Chelsea win the ball back here. They're coming on the counter. Here's Tammy on the right, left-hand side here. He's got Victor Lindelof with him. Not very many Chelsea players coming forward in this attack, but it's Kante now. Kante switches it. It's lovely. Here is Reece James. He's going to cross this ball in. Cuts it back. He does dink it. It's well away there by Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Overlap here. Here's Aspilicueta that can cross. That deflects off of Luke Shaw. That's going to be a corner to Chelsea. 85 minutes on the clock. Game time almost done. Game nearly over. Ball's whipped in by Ziyech. It's cleared there by Bruno. United looking to try and counter here. Mason Green was chasing it down. Foul's going to be given. That's not a foul, ref. Really not a foul there by Mason Greenwood. Not in my opinion, but they're always given. Those kind of fouls are always given. Always given. Chelsea here can try and find their shape again. United. I don't like United players walking away from these free kicks without face the ball. Face the ball, find your man, keep your line, defend well. So you're taken early. That's why you got to keep facing. You got to know when the play starts. Reece James has got in behind here. He crosses. It's cleared. United got a chance to counter-attack here. Rashford. Oh, Rashford loses out stupidly. Mason Mount here will cross first time. He does. It's very, very deep. Reece James first back time across. Fred goes to clear. That's gone out for a corner. United under the cosh here. Chelsea coming on strong here in the final moments of this game. Trying to find the winner themselves. Corner ball, outswinger here coming from Chelsea. Swept in. It's decent. Cavani half away. Jorginho goes for the spectacular volley at the edge of the box. It's going to be a goal kick to Man United. 4 minutes left plus injury time in this game. And boy, I have no idea what's going to happen. Still 0-0. Still a 50-50 match in my opinion. Oh, lovely there by Paul Pogba. Look how hard they work, Chelsea, to get back here. Luke Shaw, Reece James with him. Rashford looking for an option. Goes to Pogba in the middle. Back to Fred. Now the first time switch out wide to AWB. AWB's got some help now with him, with Mason Greenwood. He's going to come onto that left peg. He whips a cross in. And that's cleared well. Bruno there goes for the spectacular overhead kick. Nearly knocking out Luke Shaw in the process. Bruno just saw his name light up in lights. This is where United do struggle. See, Chelsea have almost, when they've lost the ball, have gone low block, which is great from their point of view. That's a nice driving run there by Lindelof. Gets the ball out here to Mason. Can use his left and his right. Few step overs. Goes onto his right. He swings it across. Cavani! Oh, that's well defended there by Thiago. Don't give a foul away at the edge of the box of a Chelsea player. Fred, well in. Don't you touch that ball, Mason. You'll be offside. Chelsea trying to play it from the back here. That's well worked by Chelsea. They didn't panic at all there. No one going to put any pressure on Mendy on the ball. He's been poor today. Oh. Should be your ball there, Fred. Lindelof, well up. We can't win the second ball here. 2 minutes to go, people. Chelsea on the attack. This is fight or flight now. Do you want to win or do you want to not lose? That's the big question for both of these teams here. Reece James up against Luke Shaw. Reece James been man of the match so far for me today. Done an excellent job. He's twisting him inside and outside. Deflects off Luke Shaw. David De Gea collects it. Who's going for the win here? Who wants to win and who doesn't want to lose? That's the big question. Who's going to go for it? What a block there by Thiago Silva from Cavani's attempt. United have the ball on this right-hand side. Chelsea just sitting in behind, making it hard for Man United. No real space. They've worked so, both teams have worked so hard tonight. I know nobody's going to, if this ends a draw, neither team's going to be, they're going to moan about this and that problem, the other problem, this was loose, that would pass was bad. That was a really bad pass by Lindelof, to be fair. They're going to moan. No one is probably going to pay homage to the excellent shapes and the excellent defending tonight, which they should be doing. We always moan when our teams don't have good shape and don't defend well. And then you've seen two, especially second half, two defensive masterclasses in this second half. We should praise them, but we won't. I kind of get why we won't, but so this is football as well. Time almost up on the clock here. Luke Shaw dinks it into the box. Zuma away. Paul Pogba picks it up. It's up against Kante. Paul Pogba trying to find some room to shoot. There's never going to be any room to shoot. Pogba, Bruno over the top. Why is no one making a run in there? We're making it easy for Chelsea to clear. It's a good attempt there by Bruno to Cavani. It's well cleared, but we should have someone making a run in. United have got the ball back here. 90 minutes is up. Time added on coming. I can't imagine there being more than 3 minutes of time added on here. I can't imagine there being more than 3 minutes. There's been no real stoppages. No goals. Here is Bruno. He's got Pogba with him. He finds Pogba. Lovely switch out to the right-hand side by Pogba. Here is AWB. Has he got some support to get it in the box? First time crosses are needed here. Fred in. Oh, it ricochets around. Rashford! Oh, good save by Mendy. Rashford nearly gets the winner. Oh, just not quite enough on it. I thought he was bending in. Mendy with his third top save of the night. What a game. 3 top quality saves from Mendy tonight to stop Chelsea from losing. Maybe you got to give man of the match to Mendy with those 3 saves, 3 match-saving saves. Ball's whipped in. It's cleared. United going to try and recycle quickly here. Fred on the ball. We've got to switch the play because Chelsea are all over on this right. Here we do it. Here is Luke Shaw. 3 minutes left. Rashford nearly grabbing the winner there. Reece James on him. Tight, hard. Not letting him breathe. Must be a frustrating night for the attackers on both teams tonight. The way everybody has defended, cut out nearly every through ball, not giving you a second space to breathe. And when United have had opportunities to shoot, Mendy has been equal to them. 2.5 minutes of time remaining in this game. Chelsea look like they're sitting in, maybe trying to pounce on the counter. United working it down this right-hand side. AWB into Bruno. He leaves it. Greenwood there fights back for the ball and wins it. Fred now. Paul Pogba. It's crowded. There's not a lot of space. Luke Shaw with the ball. Nowhere to go on the left-hand side. Has to come back inside. Paul Pogba. Bruno. Back to Paul Pogba. They're looking for a bit of space. Pogba. The lovely switch. He finds it. Mason Greenwood here. Comes in onto his left. Gets tackled. But Fred wins the ball back. 2 minutes left. Paul Pogba here. Oh, he plays the right ball. But AWB. Oh, is that foul, ref? He'd have got to that ball. Goal kick given. Annoying. Annoying. It's a foul for me. I think that's 3 or 4 saves by Mendy tonight. That's the difference. That's the difference. Pogba well up there. Rashford gets a first-time header, but Chelsea win it back. Chelsea looking to come and attack here. Lovely touch and turn. Luke Shaw wins it back. That's handball by Luke Shaw, but Chelsea are still coming forward here. It's Hakim Ziyech. He switches the play. Chelsea are looking for the winner in the final minute. Here's N'Golo Kante. Oh, he's dispossessed. Now Man United go looking for the winner. Mason Greenwood on the inside to Paul Pogba. Back to Fred. There is literally 40 seconds to go. It is now or it is never. Chelsea shape. Look at them all back behind the ball so quickly to stopping Man United from being able to attack. It's excellent. Both teams have cancelled each other out in the second half. Been excellent. AWB here. He crosses straight into the back of the first defender. You could have just written that. You could have written that. Time is up on the clock. There is 20 seconds to go. We're not even looking to take this free kick, the throw-in quickly. It's done here. Lovely touch there by Mason. Back to Bruno. He's got to cross it first time. He does. It's in the box. Reece James gets rid of it. This is it. It's over. Someone's just got to shoot. Rashford here on the ball. Someone's got to shoot. It's cut away. That's going to be the end of the game. And that's it. 0-0, ladies and gentlemen. Join us for the match review show in a